All right, listen to this story. This is a really good one. Hidden camera story. Man claims he found hidden camera at a sperm bank.
Oh.
At a sperm bank.
They have footage of him gargling.
Do you ever feel like you're being spied on? Well, you're not paranoid. Someone very well may be watching you. Here's NBC's John Larson.
For more than a year, this man had been a regular donor at a sperm bank in Pasadena. But one day, after completing his mission into a paper cup, he looked up and noticed a hole in the ceiling.
I saw a small camera with a wire going in the ceiling tiles. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know how long it had been there.
Or where those private moments might turn up.
It could be on websites. It could be on pornographic videotapes. It could be anywhere.
Followed the wire back to a production room here at XM Satellite Radio.
No, I'm trying to put together a sweeper.
Right.
That's right. I have a fistful of buttery beets.
Hey, we're going to get another buttery beet soon? Yeah, all right. We're working on buttery beets today.
That guy just buttery beat into that cup. Look at the video I'm putting up on Foundry.
That's pretty creepy, though, huh?
It's funny.
What are you doing in my house?
Some buttery beets. You're jerking off in my fucking cup.
And then the sperm bank person comes in to claim the sperm, but Steve comes in.
No, nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle it.
I've handled it.
He's explaining to his boss as the fucking irate customer screams while I'm being filmed. No, just... I can't believe there's footage of me on the internet jerking off because of you.
How'd your parents die?
Oh, Jesus, that ain't it.
What are you doing in my house? No, get the fuck out now.
Ooh, angry Steve.
All right.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
And the guy's trying to jerk off, and he hears, like, listen very closely. Grr, grr.
And the guy says, "Are you watching me?"
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Are you watching me?
Oh, no, I don't know which one's it.
Oh. Well, if you wouldn't want to say yes.
No.
Oh, it's up on a different line. Okay,
that's the problem,
It's
yeah.
up top.
Excuse me, I want to break into this comedy because Derek has another buttery beat for all of us today.
Let's hear it.
All right, come on.
He's a fag.
Oh, you like that, don't you, faggot?
Nobody's got AIDS.
I'm a little disappointed.
Wow, this is really
Buttery.
Not
buttery stuff.
Nope.
This is buttery.
Not as buttery as the first one. That was less buttery.
Stop it. What defines buttery?
I don't want to explain
That put the butt in buttery. That is some gay dancing, like, really.
But see, you're confused. Buttery doesn't mean gay.
What does it mean?
Smooth.
Smooth. Buttery, yeah. That was a little too harsh.
That was very harsh.
Yeah,
that was
buttery.
techno.
There was some glass in that butter.
Ew, I hate a buttery beat.
I don't
Those
like
words
a buttery
bother me.
Beat. Bothering buttery beatness.
Exactly.
Does anyone else watch Intervention on what channel is that on?
A&E.
A&E and laugh?
Yes.
I'm serious.
Yeah, all the time.
It is the greatest show on TV.
I love watching the people.
And I'm not going to be sucked in to feel emotion for these people.
No, their families are all in denial for so many years, and then they figure they're going to, fix them in a day. Do you agree to leave right now? No.
See, everyone wants me to say no homo before the buttery beats. It's not a homo thing. It's buttery beats.
You keep telling yourself that because the examples that I've been given.
Yeah. It's great music to do a popper and catch AIDS to.
All right, let's go to Jerry in Jersey. So, Derek's learning about buttery beats, so that's a little... That wasn't as buttery.
Hell, if you guys missed him, man, the guy in Pasadena is going to get paid to whack off.
Well, the guy got paid to whack off to begin with because he's going to the sperm bank, but now he's suing.
Yeah, now he's really going to get paid just to jerk off. I mean, what?
Yeah, that's a great life, actually.
That was very funny that the wire went back to his studio at XM Satellite.
He's fucking playing it off like he's all upset.
I have a buttery back.
All right.
Let's hear something. All right, we get
Jerry,
it.
we get it.
Goodbye, you stuttering
you're trying to participate.
You nervous goose. Buttery beach, bro. Shut up.
All right, here he goes.
Fucking cranky.
He's suing the sperm bank.
He's suing the Sperm Bank, Pacific Reproductive Services. The company denies filming anyone and suggests that his account is fabricated. But his story has alarmed already concerned privacy advocates who say in this increasingly wired world, you gotta wonder, is someone always watching?
Yes.
Yes.
Did it alarm them?
Yes. Someone is always watching.
Well, and of course, they got to add this to the story.
The camera's presence here, unannounced, I believe is an intrusion in privacy.
Bill Brown gives tours of surveillance cameras on public streets in Manhattan.
Who is there to reassure me or you that this camera every night isn't watching a woman undress in a building across the street?
Public safety advocates point to crimes that...
Do me a favor.
No one.
First of all, Bill Brown is a fucking a douche. Why would the city... First of all, private camera owners could do that.
Yeah.
And why is the city going to install cameras that people can watch women?
Yeah.
No one is watching women with the cameras. And if they are, you fucking... you arrest the guy who's doing it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a new technology...
It's a crime.
...that can help fucking catch a crime on film because some scumbag might misuse it. Privacy advocates are idiots.
People go around pointing them out, man. They take people around. And go, look, man, there's another camera.
They're going to film you, man.
Yeah, and they're going to see me, walking down fucking Broadway?
Gives a shit.
Who cares? They're mostly bore cameras. You pop these up on the internet whenever you want. You go to a city cam or live traffic cams, and you can look all over Manhattan. All over New York City.
Well, we talked about...
You know what you see? Dullness.
Yeah, we talked about it in the past. You're on camera more than you're not when you when you walk around Manhattan.
When you're in the city, walking, driving, you're on camera more than you're not on camera.
That includes obviously going in and out of buildings.
Yep.
Hey, wait, by the way, can we get Bill Brown on the phone? Do we know who he is? I would love to have him. If not today, maybe tomorrow. I would love to fucking...
Buttery Bill Brown?
I'd love to get him on the phone. Privacy advocate.
Buttery beat alert. We got another one coming.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. But first...
who's deeming these buttery?
He's obviously with me, yeah.
You can't.
The last one wasn't as buttery as the first.
I'm sorry. I don't hold you as the buttery beat authority. I want to know who came up with this.
I came up with the buttery beats for the show.
But who came up with the saying, and what is it based on? Like, someone came up with New Wave.
I was playing Luminous, one of the greatest video games ever on...
And you said, this sounds buttery?
On PSP. And I just felt like... I don't know, it might be... I think I heard it somewhere else.
Of course it's a saying somewhere.
Oh, all right, we got the definition of buttery beat.
All right, good. Now,
Luminous is the greatest game in the world if you have OCD, by the way. Yes. What is it?
This is the description of Luminous on the back.
Oh,
we got it from.
What about a description of buttery beats?
Okay, here we go. Yeah, I did get it from Luminous. I'm sorry. Bust blocks, groove through puzzles, and jam wirelessly with friends. Stack them right, and you'll unlock lush looks and buttery beats. Want to be luminous? Just let the music guide you. Yeah, I forgot about the lush looks. The lush looks are
lush
cool.
looks.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. All right, here's the rest of the clip.
Public safety advocates point to crimes that surveillance cameras help solve, like the kidnapping and murder of little Carly Bruscia. In London, surveillance cameras helped identify terrorist bombers. Closer to home, we've all seen nanny cams, violent babysitters caught on tape. And the technology is only making things easier. Cameras so tiny they can be hidden in sunglasses, a button, a necktie, or even a pen. No permit required, and no way to keep them out of the wrong hands.
The wrong hand.
I want to get Bill Brown on the phone, and that's a great point they raised. They identified the bombers in London.
Yeah.
I would love to know why that's a fucking problem.
Identified that creep at the car wash taking that little girl away. The killer.
So disturbing. That
Identified him.
That was a bad.
You know?
That was a bad one.
More cameras, more gooder.
Yeah, maybe not. We shouldn't have them, though, because someone might... I don't want to be filmed walking down. Oh, shut up.
What do you got to worry about? You know who's most upset? Are the people that have the most boring lives. Like the people that aren't doing anything. I'm against that. What, are they going to catch you mowing your lawn?
Exactly.
You're not doing anything.
Something else with a mow in it. Fucking Bill Brown.
Listen to this guy. Jeff in Virginia. Jeff?
Hey, boys. What's going on?
Jeff?
I got a tour at a police station one time. One of my buddies is a cop out in Virginia Beach. And he said there's a particular stoplight. They have one of these security cameras pointed down on Saturday nights. They catch chicks giving blowjobs to guys in their cars, and they watch it all the time.
That's a crime.
It is technically a crime, and
that video isn't released to the general public.
And the bottom line is, you're going to get people like abusing technology. But then again, I've always raised the example: maybe we shouldn't have jails because people will abuse it. I mean, the system's going to get abused, so we shouldn't have jails. It's stupid.
Yeah.
You can't like fucking nullify a new technology because some douchebag is going to misuse it.
Cars are probably the most abused technology that's ever been invented.
Absolutely.
More deaths caused by them. So what? Get rid of them all?
How about electricity? You think that was invented so people could plug something into the wall and cram it into their asshole? Or so women could rub something on their clits when their inept husbands don't satisfy them? Is that why Ben Franklin ran around with that fucking bald head and a kite? But that's the results of it.
But who's plugging in their vibrator?
I'm just saying, back in the old days.
I'm sure in the old days you had to,
You think you had to?
plug it in.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Wow, that must have been something.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get an old broad to
Talk about a
vibrator.
plug-in or...
Yeah.
Old has to be over 60, though.
Yeah, over 60.
Over 60-year-old lady, call in now and use your vibrator.
Yeah, the one that we have listening.
Story of the morning comes from Detroit.
Uh-oh.
It does.
Actually, Ferndale, Michigan. Ferndale, Michigan.
Sounds like a great place. A suburb of lovely downtown Detroit.
Mannequin fetishist could get life. Could get life in what? A factory?
Prison?
That's what... How do you give this guy life?
What did he do?
Who wants to be the reader on this one?
A reader. A man who has a history of smashing windows to indulge his fetish for female mannequins could draw a long prison term for his latest arrest. Ronald A. Dotson, 39, of Detroit, faces up to life in prison if convicted on charges of attempted breaking and entering and at a cleaning supply company in the Detroit suburb of Ferndale. The potential life sentence is because prosecutors charge him as a habitual offender. What do they got, that kind of rule there? Authorities say he has at least 6 convictions for breaking and entering and a stint in state prison over the last 13 years. So that's habitual. So they could just throw you in prison for life, like 3 strikes they got in California.
Strikes, yeah.
For having sex with mannequins.
Yeah, apparently this guy is smashing windows at a cleaning company supply place. There are female mannequins at a cleaning company supply place?
Well, he got arrested October 9th after police say he smashed a window at a cleaning supply company to get at a female mannequin dressed in a black and white French maid's uniform.
Oh, okay.
He had been out of prison less than a week.
Less than a week. So it was gussied up. It was asking for it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's the perv switch we talk about on the show from time
Need
to time.
that mannequin.
I gotta get to that mannequin.
He's just walking down the street, I just got out of prison. I really got to slap my life together.
Maybe whistling a little tune, Whistle while you work or something.
I think I could do this time. I'm going to stay out of jail. I got my parole officer. I'm going to see him. I'm going to make sure I get my life on the straight and narrow. I see people every day just living their lives and going through. I gotta hump that mannequin. I need it.
Next thing he's looking for a brick.
Throwing a brick through a window.
Yeah, he's looking on the ground nervously the way you look if you dropped a contact.
Oh, where? Something that could break.
I was on my way to Starbucks, but I gotta find a brick.
And he wouldn't attack. I guess he didn't want to attack the male mannequin because that makes you queer. I mean, what's the matter with this guy?
That would.
You know what he is? He's a rapist without the guts to go after a real woman. I mean,
calling him a coward.
Well, I mean, that's what he is. I mean, basically, he just wants to
have sex with something of the female form that does not wish to have sex with him, I guess. Or wasn't expecting to anyway.
He was arrested in Ferndale in July 2000 and later convicted for breaking and entering at a woman's clothing shop to get at a mannequin. They always say to get at a mannequin in a pink dress with bobbed hair.
Oh, sounds cute.
The worst part has got to be drilling a hole after you get the mannequin.
Yeah, well, because what are you going to do with it?
Yeah,
We've all seen naked mannequins, haven't we? Have we?
Yeah, there seems to be something missing.
Something missing.
Gotta add your own.
He should just be... this is a guy who should be shot because there's something wrong with him. He has nothing to contribute. He shouldn't be allowed to vote.
No.
He's just silly, though.
I'd like a little history on him. Like, what does he do for a living? Does he have a regular job? Is he one of these nut jobs that just kind of roams around, homeless? What they say, nothing about him.
I bet he has a fat, mouthy wife, and he just wants the complete opposite.
Oh,
a slender, quiet thing to have sex with.
You gotta let this guy be. You read the last paragraph?
What?
You read you read up to the pink dress and the bobbed hair. Ferndale police also arrested Dotson in 1993 after finding him in an alley behind a woman's store with 3 lingerie-clad mannequins.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
He also has similar convictions in Detroit and suburban Oak Park. This guy
pulled off the foursome.
This guy makes good print. You got to let him walk the streets.
What does he do with them?
They found him in an alley with 3 of them.
When you're
you
done,
think he's got one at home, like that lays in the bed, and he's like, "I'll be home later, honey. I got to go to work." And, like, he thinks that's the nagging one, so he's going out and cheating on her with other mannequins.
Ones who dress sexier?
Yeah.
His mannequin's in bed in a parka with gloves on.
With a chipped nose. She used to be hot, but now her nose is chipped, and that lipstick paint is coming off.
Or she's just a torso mannequin. There's no head. Head's in the other room watching television, watching her soaps.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I'm on hold for Mikhail.
And what is this about?
This is his other job that's calling him back. He left me a message.
Mm-hmm. All right, hold on a minute. Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Is Mikhail there?
Oh, Mikhail. God, he just stepped out. Who is the? Is this Judy?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was saying that you would be called. What are you calling for?
I'm calling with regards. He left a message. He wanted to know about the minutes on the cell phone.
Right. Okay, the minutes on the cell phone. Yeah, he was just around here. Hold on 2 seconds, please.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Mikhail?
Oh, you want Mikhail?
Yeah?
All right, he just went to the bathroom. Can you hold on a second? I'll get him.
Sure.
All right, hold on, please.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, is Mikhail there?
How you doing? This is Paul. Hello?
Is Mikhail there?
Yes, he is. Can you hold on 1 second, please?
Sure.
Don't shout at me.
We lost her. Damn. Kind of hard to keep those on the hook.
Mikhail.
Mikhail. Kyle doesn't want your phone. Shut up.
Kyle stinks. All right, are we done with Mannequin Man?
What else can we talk about? The guy's my idol.
He's great. He should
sexually assaulting plastic things.
He should be allowed to walk the street.
Don't you hate those mannequins without their heads?
No.
Like, what is that?
They're the best kind.
They're doing all a fancy kind of a sexy pose. Like they'll have their hands on their leg and their hip, and they have nice clothing on, but they don't have a head. I find that odd. Oh, is this?
Well, it's Michael Winslow from Police Academy.
No kidding.
Oh, wow. Ronald Anthony Dotson.
Wow.
Well, let's just say he could be doing a lot worse.
Yep.
I know why he attacks mannequins, because they're white.
Well, it could be his height. 5'4".
Is he really?
He's 5'4".
Can't assault a real person because
poor guy.
They shoo him away.
Doesn't he look like Ron and Fez producer Earl Douglas? He's all scarred up. Look, scar, left leg, left shoulder, lower right leg, right hand, from shattered mannequins, just cutting this guy to pieces. Oh, Breaking and entering. Building with intent.
All right, well, there you go.
Trying to find anything else about him here on the sheet.
That's about it.
145 pounds. 39, yeah. Parolee. Wow.
God, what an ass.
Yeah, I bet he really gets goofed on in the community.
Or in jail. What do you
jail.
Tim
How
again.
do you... Oh, here comes the mannequin rapist.
Oh, boy.
Here comes... Hey, Ronald. How you doing? And then you just sexually assault him because it's prison. That's all I really know about it.
All right, whatever, Rich.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck. World Series of Poker. Cash in that bag.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll cover the entry fee.
Attorney found naked in courthouse with 14-year-old.
I'd say that's a headline you'd never, ever want to be part of.
This is
if you're an attorney, especially.
I guess as far as all the stories we covered today, this is the story of the day.
Yeah, this guy wasn't using discretion.
Happened in Philly, huh?
Philly.
What up, Philly?
Was that the contest?
It was on Martin Luther King's birthday, too. On Martin Luther King Day. The courts were closed, but they were open for... They leave the court open if lawyers want to conduct some kind of after-hours business. He was conducting some business in a little conference room.
Right.
Completely naked.
Or have sex with your mistress.
Mistress. This was his goddaughter.
Goddaughter?
Goddaughter. Yeah.
And he was 49?
Yep, 49. She's 14. He was completely naked.
A sheriff's deputy found him naked with a 14-year-old girl in a courthouse conference room.
Walked into the conference room. A sheriff's deputy walks into the conference room. There's the guy naked, 14-year-old girl. And what do you say? It's a sheriff's deputy finding you. You can't... What's your defense there? Die. Die. He's using the die defense. There's nothing you can say.
49 has been charged with solicitation, attempted statutory sexual assault, and related counts. A sheriff's deputy making his rounds in the Criminal Justice Center on Monday afternoon looked into a lawyer's conference room on the third floor and discovered Charles and the girl. He had asked for sex, but there was no physical contact we're aware of by the time the deputy arrived. Deputy arrived at the scene. Yeah, just in time. Saved this girl. Is there any more to this story that we know?
I don't know. I think he'll be disbarred. I think that's a little obvious, but man, what I wonder what he was doing, like taking all of his clothes off, and she's just standing there. Apparently, they hadn't cut a deal or anything, or were they doing this before? I need a little backstory on it. He's the godfather of this girl, so
I think they were doing it before.
Yeah.
And, he was going for another round, and he got caught.
Some comment from one of the parents saying that, he was very trustworthy, and they were shocked, and blah, blah, blah.
The ones you got to look at.
Look out.
The trustworthy ones are the ones you got to look at very closely.
Did he coach the Little League team, or
the
soccer team, or...
I'm sure more will come out as far as that story goes.
In one of those situations
and
you're around children.
You hope people are shocked. Because if you're naked with a 14-year-old and the girl's parents are like, we kind of expected that.
Yeah, he's done it before. We're trying to... Yeah, what are you going to do?
We talked to him.
Life of the party, this guy.
Well, people are saying, experts are saying...
Hate that
40 to 50-year-olds need sex ed refresher course.
40 to 50-year-olds?
Yeah, we'll get into that in a few minutes.
Why would they need a sex ed refresher course?
Oh, they got a doozy of an example.
But does that really mean that all 40 to 50-year-olds need a refresher course? Ugh.
Well, we like to just generalize in society nowadays.
Please.
So I guess, every single 40 to 50-year-old needs a refresher course in sex ed. Well, you want to do this real fast, and then we'll move into...
Why not?
All right, we started down this road. So, we'll find out why. The older people need a refresher course.
Does it really mean they need a refresher course? God. I need the story.
Well, here we go. Hold on to your hats, people.
What? So
maybe we should do this bit in a comedy club because then we'll be completely safe.
Oh, hopefully.
For now, you're safe in a comedy club.
Think of sex ed, we normally think of high school. You don't think of adults in their 40s and 50s.
But you know what? Without a refresher course of sorts, they could in fact be putting themselves in terrible danger. CBS 2's Kirsten Cole explains why.
At nearly 50, Jane Fowler reluctantly hit the dating scene after her divorce. She had a few sexual partners and thought she knew them all well.
I knew that I couldn't become pregnant, and so protection of some kind, i.e. a condom, didn't enter my mind.
Fowler is a mother, a grandmother, and now an HIV-positive divorcee.
Oof. Oof. So she finally decides to go out, have a little fun. Decides
After her divorce.
Figures she can't get pregnant.
She's like, what's the worst thing that can happen to me? Get pregnant? Well, no, I've passed that stage of my life.
Where's she?
So let's go have some fun.
Yeah.
Where'd she pick these guys up? Out in front of the methadone clinic?
Yeah, right? Who's she dating?
She's not. I thought she was older. She's only 49 or 50. She should know better.
And that's ridiculous. The whole thing of people needing a refresher course. She was just stupid. She's stupid because who doesn't know? How old was she when Rock Hudson made that big appearance where he had AIDS and pretty much brought it to the forefront? What was that,
85?
20, a little over 20 years ago.
So 20 years ago. So how old was she?
She was
25.
Late 20s.
Yeah, 25. So shut up. A refresher course. She was stupid. And now they're going to say that because she does this that everyone needs a refresher course?
I got to jump in, though.
What? Yes, Jimmy.
Rock Hudson, back then it was gay disease. Back in 85.
Right.
Well, but again, when she heard that, she
I'm
might
just
have
saying,
thought that that's only gay guys got.
I'm saying it's not so far, so long ago or so recently that someone between 40 and 50 needs a refresher course on AIDS and sex education. Jesus Christ. Who doesn't know that if you have sex with a stranger that without a condom, that there's a chance you could get AIDS? She knew it.
She probably didn't realize that the guy she was hooking up with had a gay lifestyle.
No, she probably assumed she probably wouldn't get it. But do you think that maybe in her head is thinking, I might get at least some kind of sexually transmitted disease?
I think she had no clue.
She said she didn't use a condom because she didn't have to worry about getting pregnant. This 40-whatever-year-old woman doesn't know that pushing 50 doesn't know that condoms are also used to help against sexually transmitted diseases.
A few of the guys around the neighborhood thought she knew him well. Maybe saw him at church or the supermarket. Blah blah blah.
There is not one person that doesn't know. Stop it. Maybe one person. The screaming woman behind the car. She doesn't know. Gonorrhea?
Syphilis. I'm saying there's other diseases like if it wasn't AIDS, she could have still.
Well, that's the next clip. I blame the Viagra.
What?
Wait to hear this stat.
No.
Wait to hear this one.
I gave no thought to STDs.
It was a routine blood test that revealed she had HIV. She was shocked, but soon learned she's far from alone.
It's increasing at a faster rate among older people than younger people, especially women.
In 2005, the CDC estimates that people in their 40s were contracting HIV at twice the rate of people in their 20s. What's more, those who are 40 plus are facing other diseases as well.
Since the late 90s, the incidence of acute hepatitis B has increased dramatically among those age 40 and older, much more so than what you see with 20 and 30-year-olds.
Because they never wear bags at that age. They never. No, because for them growing up, occasionally you get the clap. You know what I mean? It's like we've kind of,
I need a shot, Doc. I've got the clap.
Which was bad. But it's like with AIDS awareness, like the whole thing, like all through high school, it's like AIDS. It's like, all right, I can't, I gotta wear something. Or girls make you. Or you switch to other ways of feeling good as opposed to, where you're really gonna get something. So I think that's why a lot of younger people don't get it, just because a lot of girls won't let you.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, please. If I was left to my own devices and no one ever told me I had to wear protection, I would have been dead years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago, the way I acted. But women make you.
It is very difficult for a guy to initiate the protection portion of a sexual encounter. It's one of those things, and as a guy, You know it. You know it. It's one of those things where you get very caught up in the moment, and you just go, you know something? Throw caution to the wind. And you would have to have the girl speak up and say, hey, I'm not doing this without some kind of protection.
Then you got to play it off like you were just, like, if she's like, what are you doing? You aren't trying to without. No, I'm just measuring distance.
Oh, no.
Lining things up.
Just making sure everything works for next time when I do have protection.
We got an expert on the line. Stalker Patty.
What does she know?
Patty.
Good morning.
Wait.
Hi.
Stalker Patty?
Yep, Patty.
Yep, Patty.
I'm not an expert, but last statistic I heard...
Wait.
She lose her accent?
Travis.
Different Patty.
What? I couldn't hear you.
No, see, what makes this very interesting, we have a Stalker Patty that's like, one of our people, and she's a 52-year-old virgin. We thought she was calling in as an expert on this topic, but it's another Stalker Patty?
Oh, it's not Stalker Patty. No, not her.
She almost sounds like her a little.
Well, that's what Travis
I could see.
Yeah, what happened?
What happened,
It sounds like
what
her.
happened, our little Travis?
It sounds like her, and she said Patty, and I said, Stalker Patty? And she goes, yeah.
Oh, sorry for the mix-up.
Sorry for the mix. There is a little... I can't totally punch Travis in the face over this one. I can kick him in the groin.
How about your fridge? Could you hit that?
Yeah, punch the fridge. Don't open a window.
We're kind of disappointed because Stalker Patty calling in as an expert on this would be just terrific radio.
Yeah, of course it would.
But instead we got Patty. All right, what do you know,
Just Patty?
Just that I heard that the people that are getting AIDS now are the population between 40 and 60 because they are stupid.
That sound like Patty.
What do you mean they're stupid? And how do you know this?
I don't know.
Oprah told you? What happened?
I had read somewhere.
Yeah, I read it too. Here's a little stat. Here's a little thing that they pull those stat things on you. They say the fastest growing population of people contracting AIDS are the elderly. Yeah. Now, if you have 10 old people with AIDS last year, and this year you have 20, that's 100%.
That's why stats stink.
Increase. So, of course, as percents go, you would say that's the fastest growing. And it sounds amazing when you go, they've had a 100% increase in AIDS amongst those people that age. If you have people in their 30s and 1 million of them had AIDS last year, and like 1.5 million have AIDS this year, then you'd say a 50% increase, and it's still 500,000 more.
Can you slow down, Professor Anthony?
No, I'm just hoping I get my percents right.
And when do we get the pop quiz?
At the end of the show, there will be a quiz. Don't go away. Hey.
Very good. I think that woman was not alone. A lot of people at that age, they can't get it.
Do you know from personal experience or something?
Oh, no.
All right. Not you personally. I assume you're on the younger side, but maybe you know someone that's older. I don't know.
You know what? Also, people in their 40s through 60s were kind of very sexually active when AIDS was kind of underground still, before everybody knew about it. So Who knows? They could have contracted it back then. A lot of people live with it for years. And then you come out with it, or you're having sex with people in your 40s, pops out at 50. You don't know where the hell it came from?
Well, let's go to the real Stalker, Patty. Thank you, Patty.
All right.
I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, older people do get it at twice the rate. But that's in Canada, it's actually a quarter of the rate than it is here in the United States.
I just watch the eyes now.
You got to watch Jimmy's eyes.
But did it sound good, though? It
sounds good. If I close my eyes, yes. But I look right into your eyes, I know you're full of
it. Why? Because they're open wide, and I'm begging to don't give me away.
Hey, what's the rate of nurses in geriatric homes? Those creeps.
That's how they get it.
Yeah, that's how they get it.
First person to get it while she's sleeping.
With a pillow over her face.
Let's go to Stalker Patty. What's up?
Hi, how are you?
Good, what's up?
Nothing much. I just got a phone call.
Oh, see, she does kind of sound like Patty.
Yeah, see, this is our Stalker Patty. So, Patty, you know anything about this subject?
Well, yeah,
No, you don't.
Sense.
No, common sense. You have no sense.
Common sense.
How old are you now, Patty?
I am 52 in about 3 weeks.
Patty,
52 in 3 weeks, and you're still a virgin.
Yeah, because I have a little common sense. I'm not going to die.
Oh, my God. She is so petrified.
Maybe until I'm 103.
I wanted to hear from other virgins. Stalker Patty is, for her 50th, I think we were trying to get her some action, and she turned us down for the last time, and now we're like, you know what, you're hopeless.
Forget it.
We're trying to get you some action, and you refuse to do it. You're now going to be 52, still a virgin.
Patty, is it that because you're scared of a disease? Is that it?
Oh, I'm afraid of a few things. I just don't want anything to happen to me, and I want it to be with somebody that I actually know and actually have a relationship.
You've been saying that for years.
You're 52 years old. Who are you going to meet? Where's this knight in shining armor that is going to come riding up and whisk you off of your hammer-toed feet and make love to you?
Well, no, I'm not in that other extreme either. It's just that I don't really meet people. I haven't really met anybody to connect with, you know.
Yeah, because you're a bore. I'll tell you why. I was at F.H. Riley's holding down the fort this weekend.
Yep.
And a bunch of people that did some nice things for us, over the weekend, they came by to kind of hang out. So I threw my credit card down and said, hey, I can buy everyone a drink or whatever, keep the card open for a little while. And everyone's walking by with some nice, beers and whatever. And then Patty walks by to thank me for buying her coffee.
I got a coffee.
It's a Saturday night, and you're a 52-year-old virgin drinking coffee at a bar.
Yeah.
I'm like, what a bore.
A little wine at the VIP club.
A little wine. You just had a little wine in the phone.
Now, I don't want to insult the people that are in the program, by the way. Patty, I don't think ever really drank is the point I'm getting at. Patty, you ever really get drunk?
No, and I don't want to either.
I've seen her drunk.
Concerned.
I've seen her drunk once.
Condition and stuff like that. I don't want to put myself at risk.
Why would
at risk for what?
In my life.
Patty, why do you want to extend your life? Your life stinks. 52 Patty years. I'll take 2 Aussie weeks over 52 Patty years.
I just don't know how dangerous it is for me, personally, so I don't want to... I've never drank in my life, either.
What about a guy to have a relationship with? Like, you're not even on the on-ramp yet.
Yeah.
I would love it. It would be nice.
All right, what are you doing to try to, find this guy? Are you you're not dating, obviously, but are you, I don't know, going somewhere where you might run into a fine gentleman?
Well, okay. Last year,
Last year?
In that blue moon, I visited the Claridge, and I met a guy last year, but I got
What's
a little
the Claridge?
bit afraid when he wanted to call me. So now we just say hello when I see him, every few months or so.
You're living your life like the life expectancy of people is 1,000 years old.
Right.
Like, she's like, well, I had a date last year.
Patty's like a preteen.
Patty's living like a tortoise.
She's a tween.
She is.
Well, what I was going to do the next time I go there again, go up to him and ask if he'll have dinner with me or something.
Wait, does he work down there? Does he work down there?
He works there at the desk there. He's the one that gives the comps on the bus, and we talk occasionally. He says hello to me. I say hi to him, and
so does he give you?
He acted interested last year, but I kind of blew it when he actually called me, and I got a little bit nervous, and he sensed it.
Hey, wait, what did you do when he called you?
Yeah, what did he do when he? What did you do when he called?
He sensed fear.
Oh, I just said hi. He says, whatever, and I just don't remember exactly. It was a year ago. But lately, we've been, we said hello a lot,
Said hello a lot. Hello.
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 You're a minor bird.
Well, I'm going to go right to him next time and say, why don't you come have, dinner with me or something?
Oh, God, how awkward would that be? I'm busy.
You got to walk up to him and give him an oopsie or something.
Yeah, give him a little slip.
You got to make a strong move now.
Do a Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
When you get out of the bus, the jitney.
Right.
When you get out of that bus, pull a Paris Hilton and just kind of stay seated. Put your legs out and let him maybe get your view of some things.
Or maybe we can just give him some video links to some of the horrorish things you've done in the studio.
That's true. Hey, Patty, you want us to send him a couple of emails? Of you with a Krusty the Clown mask on? No, that might loosen things up.
Yeah, what does he look like, this guy?
Yeah, describe his looks. Movie star.
Okay, he's about 20 years younger than me.
Uh-oh.
So he's 40.
You know, about 35 years old.
Okay.
He's Hispanic, I think. You know, I think he's part Spanish. You know, so am I.
So are you?
You are? Wait,
you're part
Patty,
Spanish?
You're part Spanish?
We learn something new every day.
My father was Spanish and English, yeah.
You didn't know your father, though, right?
Not really, no.
Yeah,
I'm also Hungarian, German, and Czechoslovakian on my mother's side.
Wow. She is quite the mutt.
Yeah. All right, so he's Spanish. What else?
That's it. My
So he's Spanish. So is he suave?
You know, but anyway, I'll just try again.
She's not answering.
Okay, you know.
She just laughed. Patty. Is he like a suave Spanish guy?
A suave guy? Yeah, he's very nice.
Is he classy? Does he dress nicely? Is he behind the desk like in a nice suit? Does he wear a good cologne?
He has to get dressed for his job, yeah.
Yeah, so you're kind of impressed by his appearance.
Yeah, he's very nice.
Very nice. What does he weigh? Let's say.
What does he weigh?
Yeah.
He's medium build. He's built like Steve from Bayshore, I'd say, closest to that.
Oh, Steve from Bayshore, loving this right about now. Yeah, Steve, she likes your build.
I believe Stalker Patty might have a little thing for Steve from Bayshore.
Steve from Bayshore.
Bringing up that name like that.
Does he have big sideburns?
Somebody I know, that's all.
Does he have an affinity for 1940s Germany?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about him, but, you know, I should get to know him better, I think.
Yeah. And what do you talk at all? What interest does he have? Does he look like a movie star? What?
No, he hasn't said very much beyond, like, hello, how are you, going to the
not
bus?
good.
Yeah, I'm going to the bus, you know, whatever.
How do you know he likes...
Even though I don't go for a couple months at a time, he still recognizes me when I get off the bus.
Patty, that's not necessarily a good thing. People recognized the Elephant Man when he got off the bus, too.
Yeah. How do you know he really likes you? There had to be something.
Yeah, maybe he does. You know, he does. I'm the only one he talks to, really, when I get off the bus. But you don't have much in common with a bunch of older ladies either, or, you know, whatever. I'm usually sometimes the youngest person on the bus.
Wow.
Except for
What is it, a hearse?
No. I mean, there are some people who do get on the bus that are younger, but they're mostly like from, I guess, I don't know, just average people.
Yeah, all right. We're not going to get much more out of you, Patty. So
No, just like everybody else in this world.
No. Yeah, you're crazy, though. You're going to be 52, still a virgin. We've been working on you for, it's getting close to 10 years now.
Wow, that's
Enough
right.
with the guilt of growing up and go out there and get some action.
Well, I'll start with this guy, you know, get to know him better.
What do you mean by, and what do you mean by I'll get some action from this guy? What does that mean? Because people are like, what? They're like, their eyes are wide open out there now? No. She pretty much means maybe they'll go get a cup of coffee together.
A cup of coffee.
That's action for Patty.
Hands, you know.
Hold hands.
Oh.
Walk down the boardwalk. Patty will wear that oldie 1920s bathing suit that the women wore back then with the little frilly skirts that went down in the pantaloons.
I have a one-piece bathing suit, and it's very colorful.
You walk the boardwalk with them, hand in hand.
What color is it? Brown and yellow?
No.
So he can win you some prizes on the boardwalk. You know the game where you take the baseball and have to throw it at Patty's head? Come on, doll. It's a night out on the boardwalk with Patty. I think I might get a little something. Oh, no, we're just gonna hold hands. Come on, doll. It's me and you. I'll win your Cupid doll. No, I can't accept your Cupid doll.
I might have to do some sexual favors. Come on, sweetie, let's go back to the Claridge. Just me and you.
The Claridge.
The Claridge.
Even sounds old.
Hubba hubba.
Sounds old time.
What does that mean? If it's sex, get away from me.
Yeah.
I don't do hubba hubba. It tastes funny.
Hey, Patty. What is it gonna take for you to get some real action from a guy?
Someone that I know very, very well, that I have an attraction to.
Would you have sex out of wedlock?
See, I would have to get a little bit beyond that because I was raised in such a strict, restricting environment that it's like...
All right.
Oh, my God.
All right, so sex out of marriage is out of the question. So how far would you go?
I guess, I don't know, far enough that I wouldn't be risking making a baby if I was younger.
Making a baby.
All right, so...
Talk like a 52-year-old.
All right.
I know, really.
So you wouldn't do the making baby thing unless you were married, right?
Right, but you know...
Would you do... What else? What would you allow? I want to know what goes on in a strict Catholic upbringing's head.
Well...
You would allow hand-holding? Would you allow... How can we say it?
Cheek kissing. A cheek kiss.
Yeah, would you do any deep mouth kissing?
Ah.
Well, if I was that attracted to the person, like anyone else, I guess.
I stole a kiss from Patty on the steel pier watching the diving horse.
I found my bathing suit, by the way. I'm holding it up in front of the camera. I don't know if you could see it.
There's your bathing
suit. Let me take a little look at Patty's stupid bathing suit. Keep holding it there, you dolt.
It has kind of a tie-dye look to it, it looks like. I don't know. Patty, so, I mean, how far would you go with a guy without getting married?
You know, far enough, I guess, to show that I...
Toledo.
Man.
I'm not going to get down and nasty or anything, and I'm go for kinkiness. You know what I mean?
All right, we didn't even ask that. Of course,
I'm not nasty. Call me Miss Patty.
Patty, would you? I don't know how to say this stuff.
Would you?
Would you take care of him in any way?
Oh, I try to make him happy.
Well, put it this way. Would your date ever get to the point where he would leave satisfied in every single way?
Yes.
Oh,
really?
Interesting.
Yeah, if I was that attractive.
Attractive to him.
Right.
Attracted. All right.
Let's go to Steve in Bayshore. Steve.
Oh, good morning, Pierre.
Hey, Steve. Steve, Patty, I don't know, seems to enjoy your body type.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Well, I called in to announce my total retirement from the show and suicide.
He's leaving and killing himself, Patty.
Yeah, because she didn't just come up.
Thanks for this, Patty. Hey, have a great day, guys.
Wait, no, Steve, she didn't just come up with this, by the way. I think she's been taking a look at you.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but yeah, that's very nice. Thanks, Patty. I'm going to go slam my face into a door.
I guess that's the guy's build resentment.
Yeah, but
I didn't know you liked my beauty shape.
You know, Patty, to bring it up and then to have him pop into your head like that, that might be something. When you pop up videos on Pal Talk, is Steve from Bayshore's camera one of them that you pop up?
No, only the people that I really, really know. That's or just the two studios.
Because it's too dirty to have other people's videos.
Live in reality.
All right. All right, Steve.
All right, goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
They're calling him Steve the Body Bayshore. All right.
All right, Patty. So, once again, getting nowhere with you.
Yep. More years just tick-tock ticking by, and you're still a virgin.
Yeah, you're missing a lot of fun out there, Patty.
I might surprise you one of these days. Maybe I'll meet somebody this weekend. I intend to go hang out at the Showboat this time.
Oh.
Are you staying there, Patty?
My card from Claridge connect with Showboat because they're both owned by the same people.
Oh, really?
So her what? Her card?
Her card from the Claridge.
Yeah,
My card from the Claridge is good at the Showboat.
What does the card from the Claridge get you? A free buffet, half a buffet, what? What do you get? Free soft drink?
I could eat for free. I could have all the coffee I want for free. I could go to shows for free.
Do you know how to play Texas Hold It?
Yes, of course she does.
I knew how to play cards. You know, I don't know
Right.
how to.
Oh, I thought it was her saying, hold it.
Yeah.
But no, well,
either way.
Yeah, it works the other way, too. We want you to play Texas Hold It, Patty. I think you're missing out.
Well, first of all, those are expensive. I could never afford to do anything like that. I just watch when people do that. And
Thanks for getting the joke. All right. Patty.
What?
All right, Patty.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you at the Showboat this weekend. By the way, you're looking more and more like Geddy Lee every day. You got to do something with that hair. It's getting a little too long, and you need to shape it up and get it a little fluffy.
A little conditioner in there.
Something's going on. You're looking like Geddy Lee more than ever.
No, I just woke up. This is what I'm...
No, I'm talking about F.H. Riley's over the weekend. All right, Patty, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, here's the last clip. Experts say 40 to 50-year-olds need sex ed's refresher course.
Healthcare experts blame it on the proliferation of sexual enhancement drugs and online matchmaking services and insist boomers need a refresher course in sex ed.
There's no reason one has to become infected with it or any STD.
I got to tell you, I'm with you guys. I mean, I thought this lady was a lot older. She's pushing 50. That's it. She should know better.
Who isn't
61
educated?
or something, or 65. It's a little different.
You know, I'm sorry, but whenever they talk about AIDS and education, sexual education like that, like who isn't educated? I must be ignorant thinking that everybody by this point is educated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And we feel sorry for the old Bettys. I mean, these enhancement drugs are just creating.
They're not ready for it.
Havoc all over the place.
You can't open an email without getting a spam from one of these Viagra or Cialis things.
Yeah.
So you know the guys are trying them out, and the wives haven't had to deal with that in years.
Yeah.
And now the hubby comes to bed, and oh my God.
These wives, a lot of them, they closed down the business years ago, man.
Forget about it.
You drive through the town and go, oh, I remember that business. There's a lot of action in that store.
You got to soften the beaches before you prepare for a landing.
Right.
You can't just send in the troops.
You take her pants off, it's like a Springsteen song. It's a broken down town that no one has seen.
Well, that's what's going on. They closed business a long time ago. These drugs have come along, and all of a sudden, people are expecting you to open up the business again.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work that's got to be done.
You got to buy new product.
You got to buy new plumbing. You gotta shine up the place.
You got to paint.
You got to get a paint job. All sorts of stuff. You got to get all the creaks out of the hardware. Let's just put it that way.
It's not ready.
It's not ready.
It's not ready.
But here's the problem. There's a brand new Starbucks on the corner that just opened. So
they're ready for business.
Oh, they're certainly ready. They're ready for business, all right. And then you have no choice. You're like, I got to open up my business again.
Yep. They don't want it, though. They're done. Their business is over.
I imagine how many older women are just cursing the drug companies for coming up with these drugs.
Do you think the wives are annoyed and don't want it anymore? So, like little kids, they try to go to bed like before supper and just pretend they're sleeping. So when he crawls into bed like a kickstand, they're like,
just stop already.
I'd imagine, maybe we could hear, I don't know how many older women are listening to us today. Maybe they are. Give us a call after the break and, let us know what's going on. Because I know a lot of you just closed your business a long time ago and you don't want to reopen.
Shut that door.
You have no choice.
Retired.
Because there's shiny, brand new businesses all around you. Anyway, hey, 10-month-old gets a shotgun license.
Oh, good.
Yeah? Or is that what, okay, a shotgun license? You need a license for a shotgun?
I don't know. It was pretty funny, though. Well, we'll play the story and then we'll get into it.
Well, you're never too young to own a gun in Illinois.
One toddler has a brand new shotgun and a license to go with it. Now this is 10-month-old Howard Ludwig, nicknamed Bubba. He has his so cute. He has his own state-issued firearm owner's ID card. His dad completed the online form for him.
Yeah.
Did the news guy say who thunk it?
Yeah.
Meaning that the kid's nickname was Bubba?
And said who to thunk it.
I think that would offend some Bubbas out there.
It could. It's kind of a stereotyping thing.
Yeah, you got to be careful, man.
Watch out.
I'm sure there are some fine Bubbas out there.
Of course.
Firearm owner's ID card. His dad completed the online form for him.
Yeah, the plastic card has a picture of Bubba giving a toothless grin. His grandfather has already bought him a...
And he's doing the accent, too. That definitely would piss off some Bubbas out there.
Boy.
I bet you there's some Bubbas that work on Wall Street.
Sure.
Good luck
Why
finding
not?
Good luck finding them.
Better chance finding a Floyd.
I guess we're safe, and we could say that because we're white, right?
Well, Bubba
It's a white thing.
As long as we don't do the accent.
Yeah.
plastic card has a picture of Bubba giving a toothless grin. His grandfather has already bought him a brand new Beretta. State police say there's no age restriction on gun ownership.
Oh, you know what this is going to start? You know what this is going to start? The record is a 10-month-old, so someone out there is going to go, well, I got a 3-month-old and he needs a firearm.
Yeah,
or a shotgun.
Yeah, start the contest.
Right.
Well, I don't think he's going to be using it for a while, huh? Babies with shotguns. That seems dangerous. Just babies crawling around. Give shotguns to babies. Yes, we advocate it here.
It would make a hell of a reality show. Babies with shotguns.
That just seems silly. Like, there's no age restriction?
I guess.
Was that an oversight? Maybe in the rules?
I don't know. The signature on the permit or whatever it is, the license, is just kind of like
it was
a
like a little
line.
squiggly, like they held his little hand.
An up and down line. Up, down, up,
and
down,
kinda,
up, down, up, down.
Just scribbled on it.
Across the form.
I know a lot of kids, though, especially shotguns, they get into trap or skeet shooting at very young age, like 5 years old. And that's fine. But you don't have to. I think this guy was trying to make the news, make a little statement.
I think he was trying to make his friends laugh.
Make his friends laugh. Look, hey, look at my kid.
Well, we're all trying to be like stars. It's the YouTube generation, basically. So everyone's out there making their videos and coming up with their little thing that'll get them on the news.
Yep.
And this guy figured it out. I'll get my my 10-month-old a shotgun.
Godspeed.
Hey, we got to worry about popcorn lung.
Popcorn lung?
Popcorn lung.
What the hell is that?
Let's ask the expert. Rich Voss, what do you think popcorn lung is?
It's, if you eat too much popcorn, sometimes the kernels... I have no idea.
Wow. You had me for a minute.
The kernels will get lodged between your lungs and your esophagus. Or what your
Close.
food.
Keep going.
Your
kernels, popcorn lung, kernels. What do you got?
I would say it's dangerous.
I know what it is.
Oh, Jimmy knows.
If you eat a bunch of uncooked popcorn and then you lay on your back and it's sunny out, it will cook in your lungs and you'll die. That's a stupid way to go.
I don't think that's it.
Popcorn lung. Make it sound like it's Agent Orange.
I would say it has nothing to do with literal popcorn.
Oh, really?
I thought it was just some kind of thing that maybe the air sacs in your lungs kind of harden, and because the doctors say it looks like popcorn, that it's called popcorn lung.
Well,
like cauliflower ear isn't actually cauliflower on your ear, although it could be, but that's just stupid.
All right, well, here we go. Now we have to worry about popcorn lung.
Now to a health alert about one of America's favorite snack foods.
No, it is
microwave popcorn. What happens when you open that bag up? Yeah, you get that whiff of something really good, but there may be something else going on as well, and Chris has the story.
Rob, to be sure, it is one of the distinct pleasures in the home. Popcorn, especially of the microwave-to-mouth variety, but the butter flavor is raising questions. Could this delight be dangerous to something other than your waistline? Nothing smells like buttered popcorn, a snack made easy to enjoy thanks to the microwave. Tough to believe that aroma could be anything but pleasurable. But the same chemical used to create that buttery smell has been linked to serious health issues for workers who make the snacks.
Oh, my God.
That
I know what it is.
53-year-old...
They put cigarettes in the popcorn.
When they say microwave to mouth, isn't that where it goes? You don't rub it on your elbow first.
Microwave to mouth.
You don't hide it around the house and play squirrel with popcorn. You take it out and you put it in your mouth.
Play squirrel? What is that?
Hide it around like a squirrel do with his nuts. You hide it around the house. What are you dissecting every little line?
No, I'm actually asking. There was a game that older gentlemen played. I never used to play squirrel around the house.
Yeah.
Like hide Easter eggs. I thought it was like a game that people.
I've heard of squirrel it away or something.
Yeah, but what the joke was, microwave to mouth, and I got a laugh with the elbow thing, and I should have stopped.
All right, we'll go back to the audio.
Been linked to serious health issues for workers who make the snacks, like 53-year-old Jerry Blaylock.
I've got grandkids who take them to the zoo and like to the amusement parks.
Ooh.
And I no longer can do it.
After working just 10 months at the St. Louis Flavoring Company, he developed a life-threatening disease commonly called popcorn lung.
Commonly called? You cannot say commonly called when no one knows what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, we've been on this earth a while now, and I've never heard that term before.
Do they bring canaries into the popcorn factory just in case?
Right.
Take a look at him. He's still alive.
So it's the chemical that produces the buttery smell, and it's giving factory workers lung problems.
Oh, wow.
Love the criticism over there for each other.
There's going to be a leak cover-up. I
just wrote it.
It's going to be a big cover-up, and there's going to be, an investigation. Who's covering up the popcorn smell that was giving the lung problem? Okay. It's hard to do with him staring
but
at me.
it's factory workers.
Yeah.
It's not people at home eating popcorn.
Yeah. No, it's like the rat mentality. You got to be exposed to this just a ridiculous amount.
The
for anything to
saccharine
actually
rats.
happen. Right.
Yeah.
10 months.
Now his once healthy lungs can hold just 45% of breathing capacity. Experts believe when heated in a factory setting, the chemical produces a toxic and potentially lethal gas. David Michaels, a former Assistant Secretary of Energy, has been studying the issue for the last 4 years.
4 years?
Workers who mix the chemical either as a liquid or as a powder breathe in small amounts of this chemical, and it just devastates their lungs.
So now the comfort food is coming under scrutiny from those who want to be sure that ripping open a bag at home isn't a hazard.
How much popcorn do you have to eat at home for it to?
Oh my God! You gotta have it cooking constantly.
Non-stop popcorn.
Just vats and vats of popcorn all over the house.
You're not opening a hazard.
Right.
Yeah.
It's at the factory.
More people choke to death on it than will ever die. It's
absolutely.
You open it up and Dustin Hoffman and Rene Russo walk in with hazmat suits. That was pretty good.
I want to bite your cheek.
No, it wasn't.
I want to bite your cheek because of the way you tried to make it clever by mentioning the names of the actors and not the movie. He wanted to say it's like something on an Outbreak, but no. He had to think, was that Rene Russo or was that Melanie Griffith? Okay,
let me think.
You walked in like Dustin Hoffman and Rene, and then he just lost it in hazmat. Hazmat suits.
Well, we got a congresswoman involved here.
Oh, good. That's what we need.
Here we go.
The FDA has never studied the effects of diacetyl, but Conagra Foods, the makers of Orville Redenbacher, told us they're confident the everyday use of their popcorn is safe for consumers. And when it comes to diacetyl, the focus of concern is workplace exposure. Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro is asking the FDA to ban the chemical altogether until it can be proven safe to consumers.
We need to revoke its designation, test it further, and protect the public health.
For now, the situation is literally up in the air. No proof that home exposure is toxic. But as Michael says, better to be safe than sorry.
I know in my home, when we make microwave popcorn...
Imagine he was like a closet smoker, and his wife was on him for decades, and
it's the popcorn.
He finally got lung problems and went, it's the popcorn.
Damn popcorn. What is this guy going to say? Because I heard he was getting into something that sounded like it was going to sound ridiculous.
Safe and sorry.
I know in my home, when we make microwave popcorn, we open it up underneath the vent over the stove so no one breathes the fumes. I'd like to see some branch of the federal government actually go out and test what's coming off these bags and is it causing any illness.
What?
Should be noted, flavoring manufacturers have already paid out more than $100 million as a result of suits brought by workers affected by popcorn lung. In California, a bill is being considered to ban its use in the state altogether. But the consumer side, not as much is known about it.
More testing. More testing.
That's the hope.
$100 million for popcorn lung?
$100 million given out for popcorn lung.
What do they use? This fine gasoline asbestos combination smells like popcorn when you heat it.
It's so tasty.
What is it?
Why don't they just use butter?
I know, butter and cyanide.
And popcorn. Butter and dried corn makes popcorn. Package it. These are reports coming in. Iraq, the only documented case of home popcorn lung, and Iraq has popcorn body.
Iraq, you going to take that?
It doesn't matter.
What?
What?
No. You can. That was you. That was him.
He did reach for the bottle, though.
I'm so gullible.
All right, getting into some more news. On the front page of the Post today, Cruella, feds bust evil slave mistress. She looks beyond evil.
Oh, what a...
I wonder,
what she looks like.
I wonder if this is one of those things they'll find out is happening a lot. You know, it's kind of a weird area, that Muttontown area, North Shore, Nassau County. And a lot of wealthy people.
You got to think these whorehouses. Well, I mean, you've seen in the news enough lately that these whorehouses, they're trying to hide by going into the really nice neighborhoods.
Yeah,
whorehouses and
but they were using them as slaves.
This isn't a whorehouse.
This isn't a whorehouse.
No, I know, but
thing.
I mean, all this type of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, like, I wonder if that's kind of the thing to do. You know, in rich neighborhoods, they kind of like have these things to do. And they're like, oh, have you checked out this service or this thing or, you know, these maids or this? Like, they're all nosy, busybodies, and try to, like, you know, outdo each other. And I'm just wondering if maybe having Indonesian slaves is, like, kind of something to do in the with these communities.
With, like, maids and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I don't know, because apparently these two...
Whether they're beating them or taking care of them, I mean, even. You know, maybe they get them from somewhere, I don't know where, and maybe treat them nice, some families, and some treat them like crap, like these.
Well, you pay them. I mean, they are making $200 a month to pay somebody for this. They was like sending money back to Indonesia to their family.
Yeah.
And apparently they're supposed to pay $200 a month to the family, and now they're only paying $100 a month, and they were beating them, and they took their passports when they came off, which to me is just...
Wow.
That was how they got in the state. They took their passports when they arrived in the country.
Well, that's what you're saying, Anthony. Like, they would sit down at a dinner party and go, well, my Indonesian, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
The other one,
yeah.
You know.
And they bring them over. Usually it's they got to send money back to the slave trader also. Like if they bring them over illegally, but they had passports?
They were not brought over illegally. These were not slaves in the sense that they were brought over, like, you know, in a ship or captured. They think they came here to work, but they were treated like slaves because they were just brutalized, and the money was not sent back that was supposed to be instead of $200.
Oh, okay, so they came here to be, or they went to be domestic help.
Yeah.
And then wound up being abused by this family.
I think so.
Why don't we find out?
Oh, that's a good
Long
idea.
Island hiding a disturbing secret. Police say they rescued 2 women who were enslaved in the suburbs. They were allegedly held against their will inside a multi-million-dollar home in the exclusive neighborhood of Muttontown in Nassau County. Fox 5's Reed Lamberty is following the investigation.
Behind the manicured landscape, expensive cars, and $1 million+ home, an alleged prison where prosecutors say 2 Indonesian women lived as slaves, cooking and cleaning for this wealthy Long Island couple.
I'm just really shocked to find out. I had to come see the house because I couldn't believe it happened here.
Prosecutors say the women were tortured, often beaten with a stick, forced to eat red-hot chili peppers, and kept in a 3-foot by 3-foot...
Man, she's a weirdo. Eat like, red hot chili peppers.
It's like, and boy, if these 2 go to jail, and then that's not going to go well.
No.
2 rich people just abusing a poor. That's not going to go.
That's even worse than just basic abuse. That's like above and beyond, like making them eat chili peppers and stuff like that. That's above and beyond.
Yeah.
That's like people that enjoy cruelty. It's not just neglect or anything. Like, oh, they're neglecting these people. That's like real sick, sadistic people.
But why didn't these people during the day just take off? And
They don't
Apparently
forget
one
what's
finally
wrong.
did.
One finally did, but they had no passports. It's kind of
Yeah, where are they going to go?
They said that if you leave, we're going to have we use our money to have your family in Indonesia jailed. And I mean, look, they come across here just to work in someone's house. It's like I don't know,
A little brainwashing going on there, Rich.
Chili peppers and kept in a 3-foot by 3-foot room. One of the women escaped.
Who the hell has a 3-foot by 3-foot room?
Yeah, what is that? A 3-foot by 3-foot room?
A pantry, maybe?
Yeah.
Among the canned goods?
One of the women escaped Sunday morning and was seen wandering outside a nearby Dunkin' Donuts. Manager Adrian Mohammed was floored by what she had to say.
I asked her if who she's staying or where she's living, and she said the word master. Now, I thought she had said mister, but my night guy says, no, it sounded like she said master. So I said, okay, do you still stay with this master? She said no, and she motioned her hand in this way, as if she was telling me she was being beaten.
Oh. Yeah, I guess she had a hard time getting her point across.
Yeah. There's two people there's two pictures of one of the girls. The one girl this guy's talking about, and then so the cops or whatever went back to the house and they found another girl and they found her huddled in a closet, so this woman wasn't making it up. But there's two pictures of this woman in the blue. One is her squatting in the closet, and the other is her laying on a mat by the door, which she said is how they made her sleep. But my problem with this second picture is that the Daily News photographer or whatever, it's the Post photographer probably said to her, "All right, just lay on the mat like you're going to sleep." Like he actually had her act this out.
Oh, no, like pose.
Showing everybody how she was.
Yeah. Which I guess I can understand why, but that is kind of optimistic. You don't ask other crime victims to do that.
Yeah, it's not, I don't know. If you're a photographer, you're just supposed to take pictures.
Yeah,
If they happen, you don't set up a scene.
Probably show the mat and then little
Just tell you
caption,
what
this
happened.
is where she would sleep without a blanket or
But
pillow.
in one photo, they found her and she has her shoes on, and in the next photo, her shoes are by the mat. So she said, they told her, just show us how you sleep, and she did, and they snapped a picture.
You know what? I'm an idiot. I thought, because I just kind of passed that by really quickly in the paper this morning, I thought those pictures were taken sometime earlier, and they actually put, like, sacks over their heads to make them go to sleep.
I did, too, at first.
But they blocked out their faces?
Yeah.
In the photo.
All right, we got more to
There was a bag over their head.
Yeah.
More to the story here.
The couple, Varsha Mahender Sapnani and Mahender Muladhar Sapnani, are multi-millionaires who run a perfume business out of their Mutton Town home. They're accused of luring the women to work for them and keeping them in deplorable conditions. They pled not guilty at today's hearing.
The prosecutor was alleging that this was a case of essentially imprisonment, and when the family leaves and goes on vacation for 10 weeks at a time, and you have adult housekeepers in the home, they certainly have access to leave.
Now, I'm really confused still. So why did they do this?
Why did who do it?
Why did Cruella do this? They're calling her Cruella.
Maybe she's just a vicious woman. I mean, I don't know. I don't think nothing hasn't come out yet. It's like some people are just cruel.
Like, what does she get out of it? She's just that sick?
It might just be it's being alleged that she just maybe is a cruel person.
Was she getting sexual favor? I mean, what does she get out of it?
Maybe she's just a disciplinarian in her mind, and that like she's raised a certain way. Like, okay, and this is how you get things done. You just penalize and who knows?
That's how you get the job done. Yeah,
there's no other way
one of those kind of strict people. I want to know how you become a multi-millionaire selling perfume out of your house.
That's really creepy, isn't it?
What's that? It probably just reeks in there. All kinds of 80 different perfumes in the air.
Her and her awful husband.
Yeah, just spraying perfume in their little closet.
10 weeks at a time, that was a long time to be gone. It does kind of raise, like, well, why didn't they just leave? Like,
you could never say, like, why didn't they just leave? There's always, like, somebody will turn around and say, well, you know, they were scared or they didn't have this, that, or the other thing. So.
You can convince people. We talked yesterday about a woman named Colleen Stan, who I read a book on, who was kidnapped by a couple. They were like sexual sadists in California. They kept her for 7 years. At one point, they had
7 years.
7 years she was kidnapped. The book is called The Perfect Victim, and she was in a coffin-like box, which, for claustrophobics. Oh. Like, they would keep her head in a little box and keep her in a coffin under the bed, in a compartment they built under the bed with air holes in the bottom.
It's like the GIMP.
Yeah. Exactly. It's exactly what it's like. And eventually they let her out after years to go home and see her family, and then they let her work, and they convinced her she was part of a white slavery ring. So this way she wouldn't tell. They had her sign a contract, and she was so brainwashed that even if she was an American, she spoke the language and she still believed it. So if you're like thinking that these women are, you know what I mean, they're from another
She would visit her family and then come back
Once or
to
twice
go
she
in the
did,
box?
Yes. Yes, after years and years. I don't even know if they made her sleep in the box after X amount of years.
Oh.
Thank you.
Why did you feel like you had to tell everyone what that was?
Well, I just, because a lot of people think, well, just it goes
In a
deeper
tight
into-
place.
Yeah.
Well, I could be wrong, but I always thought it just meant have a fear of being in a closed-in space. Being buried alive is one of those, which would be claustrophobic. You could be claustrophobic being in that situation, but people get claustrophobic being in a closet or in a tight space.
You know what? You could be right. I could be wrong on this one.
Well, we're finding out right now.
I thought
Than is pointing at me, just going, "Yes, you're right. He's an idiot."
I thought it was the fear of a guy coming right at you wearing short shorts.
Yeah.
I can't get that out of my head.
That's vostrophobic. I'm vostrophobic. It's being too close to an idiot.
Did you have your hand on your hip when you were wearing your short shorts? I really need to know more. Hey, we got a quickie before we go to break. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got E-Rock looking it up on dictionary.com, wherever he's going.
All right.
No.
Poor Al Bundy. He's in a little bit of trouble.
Well, yes.
Oh, no, or it's Bud Bundy. I'm sorry.
You scared me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Bud Bundy, the son.
Yeah.
CHLOR. Okay. He doesn't know how to spell claustrophobic.
All right, we'll get there in a second. This is quick. This is what's his real name? David
Hold
Faustino?
on. You're not spelling it right.
Over and over again.
You're as dumb as they come.
Try spelling it.
He pulled CHL. It's not chloroform. He's as dumb as a person I've probably ever met. Hold on.
Here we go. Claustrophobia, pertaining to or suffering from claustrophobia. There you go.
Tending to claustrophobia.
Don't you love those definitions?
I love those definitions.
That's like yield
now
means.
I know.
Yield means to yield.
Right.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Settled.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Yield. The act of yielding.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Wow. All right.
Yielder.
CHL. He looked up for claustrophobia.
An abnormal fear of being in enclosed or narrow places.
What is it? Oh.
Like around Paul was.
The abnormal fear of being in narrow or enclosed
You
spaces.
probably got it confused with spelling cholesterol.
Voss said that was, you made it seem like that was a misconception. People think it's just small spaces, but it's actually burying alive, and the dictionary is going, no, it is
It's small
small
spaces.
coffin being one of them.
That's the
People were
old
buried
dictionary,
alive.
the new one.
If people were
The
buried
old
alive,
dictionary.
listen to me.
What?
If people were buried alive in Superdome-sized coffins, no one would be afraid of it. But they're not. It's a little thing. It's the little
Has to be
space.
a little space. We get to keep track of our grandparents now.
For the families of Alzheimer's patients, it is a nightmare scenario. Their loved one gets separated or lost, ends up in a hospital with no way to tell doctors who they are or what is wrong with them. It happened to Emerson Moran's wife, Pat.
Pat was not able to tell them where it hurt, what was going on with her. She couldn't give them information about her meds or medical history.
That's why this Alzheimer's center in Florida is launching a trial program to implant 200 patients with this tiny microchip.
It gets injected like having a shot of medicine in the upper right arm area by the tricep. The chip itself lies dormant. There's no power source, there's no battery, there's no energy, so nothing's going on underneath the skin.
And how do they find them?
Well, we're going to find out.
It's like
Attached to a rope.
But
it's like an easy pass for old people.
It also has all their medical history in the
Oh.
chip.
Does it keep their bingo record?
All the essentials. Bingo record.
I won 75 games on a full board, and I won a Y board one time. I don't like the Z boards.
The Z boards are not my cup of tea.
Y board is much better.
Boards. How do you make bingo funny?
We have to.
All right, hold on. Let me get more here.
The chip has a 16-digit identification number. It can get scanned at a hospital, and when the number is put into a database, it can provide crucial medical information.
Having this type of ID and having this type of technology to get the kind of assistance that they need right away is life-saving. because our patients are so fragile and vulnerable.
It is the same type of chip that has been implanted in pets to help identify them when they are lost. But critics argue that humans are not pets. And privacy
critics argue humans are not pets. Did they argue that? Yeah. Was there an argument with someone saying, no, humans are pets? Didn't they make it sound like somebody's arguing the point that humans are pets?
Yeah.
Dopes.
Not pets. And privacy groups staged a vigil outside the Alzheimer's Center to protest what they see as Big Brother branding.
To protest, they forgot.
Those things, I have one on my dog. I have one.
Brother branding.
This is a very invasive procedure, and unless someone can give full consent, then it's really a violation of their body and their bodily integrity.
Well, I don't know. Wow. Unless you're looking at the old slippery slope argument again, this just seems to me to be a good idea for old Alzheimer's people, because it's not like they're secret agents. It's not like they're these citizens that are going to really have to worry about their privacy. They're old people that are very vulnerable. They get lost all the time. Why not do something like this? It's like a LoJack for your grandpa.
I kind of got a little experience on this. Where I grew up in Centerport, there was an old age home about a mile from my house.
The old folks' home.
The old folks' home. And every once in a while, one would get loose.
Go on a tear, huh?
One would get loose. And do the slipper shuffle down 25A.
That you really can see.
I can see where
where they're not supposed to be somewhere.
And has taught me a lot over the years. And like, if you give in to, I guess the argument is, if you give in to this and say it's okay for Alzheimer's people to have the chip in their arm, then what? Then it's going to be children, then it's going to be teenagers, then the next thing you know, it's all of us. And do you really
convicts?
Do you really want the whole Big Brother thing happening? But
questionable political views, or.
But where I grew up, you know, they would get loose every once in a while and just wander around, and all you would hear is freaking, you know, horns, and it was like a game. Like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get hit, and then
where am I? Where am I? I don't know. Yes, I know. Wait a minute.
I used to own this house.
I drove a truck once to the moon.
They would get loose and just start wandering around the neighborhood, and you know.
You have to lure them back with Jell-O.
To like Jell-O.
But we had the old age home on speed dial, basically. There's another one loose. Oh, thank God, where is she?
Gotcha.
Before anyone finds out, and they would send a truck and get her back to the old age home.
My grandmother used to work at one of those places.
Yeah.
Yeah, all old people smell the exact same. It's like this certain musky.
I think it's like babies, though. Like, babies smell the same. Then as you get older, you kind of have your different odors or fragrances or whatever. And then as you get really old, you kind of go back to the baby phase where you kind of just have, it's like powder. And
didn't somebody say it's actually dying flesh?
Yeah, who said that?
Somebody said it was dying.
It's a comic.
Yeah.
No, I said that you know, old people they already started dying.
It's in the process.
Parts of their bodies are dying.
And that's why I smell his baby powder and flesh dying.
Oof.
But here's the rest of the story.
Emerson Moran says the protesters should butt out.
If it's your wife or if it's your mother, you want that information available to the right people.
Now, critics say that bracelets might be a better option, but the problem with bracelets is patients can sometimes rip them off. Now, this microchip, which you can see is only the size of a grain of rice, clearly a patient can't rip that off.
Rice.
I have no problem with that.
Unless they're being chased by the government and they have to rip that out so they don't get caught.
Yep.
So they save the planet.
That always happens. You got to take the knife.
They want to put these in kids.
Put it in a little piece of candy and feed it to a rat so it runs around.
Actually, I was reading a story where they're putting some kind of chip into the kids' sneakers.
Oh, yeah?
So it's in the sneakers already.
Great, so they could find the kids' sneakers.
Wow.
Now some weirdo's going to know to throw the kids' shoes off.
Well, that's the problem. The news had to tell everyone that this is, you know, instead of keeping it on the QT, it's a huge story on the news.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good idea, though.
Yeah, my dog, one of the dogs, the one I adopted, doesn't have it, but the one I bought has it. If you scan his back, if any vet, if he gets lost, they scan it, bing, all the information comes up. The only thing that sucks is that it's my information from California. I never went back in and changed it.
Oh, great. They're going to bring your dog to California.
Yeah, it's me on Sepulveda Boulevard. They're going to bring my silky terrier and his chip in his back.
A couple things before we get out of here. We got this cute little story.
And now we're back once again with Dr. Isidore Rosenfeld, and a pretty surprising story. It seems there may be a link between high heel shoes and, get this, urinary tract infections.
You know, women...
Oh, come on.
What do they do with their high heel shoes?
Yeah, I guess if you don't have a shoe tree.
That is...
Thanks.
I didn't even hear that.
What the F are they doing with their shoes?
That is some kind of, like, weird stat.
Dumb stat, right?
Yeah, it's a dumb stat that has some other meaning to it. Not that the high heel, like if you start wearing high-heeled shoes out of nowhere, you're going to get urinary tract infections. It means women that wear high heels, like strippers, let's say, wearing high heels, real high heels or something, probably have a sex life that leads them to getting a urinary tract infection.
Anthony, I say it from time to time. You taught me all about stats.
It's a lot of them are just crap. It's like there's one that says a family that has dinner together more than 3 times a week have children that do better in school. Now, it has nothing to do with the dinner. Like, if you take a father that beats the crap out of his kids or is never home or something like that, and a dysfunctional family, and then just throw him to the dinner table more than 3 times a week, the kid's not going to do better in school. He's still going to have this screw-up family. It's the fact that if you have a family that does that, they probably do other things, and they're more involved in their child's life.
Like they're also helping their kids with their
homework. With homework, and that's why they do better in school. It has nothing to do with the dinner.
Stop texting their friends.
Yeah.
The dinner is not the cause of the good grades. The dinner is just one more result of a good family.
Right. It fits in more with the good schoolwork. There's the good schoolwork, the dinners more than 3 times a week, and other things, and that's called being a good, involved family.
Right, but the news is too stupid to tell you about this little thing.
So the high heels are going to give urinary tract infections.
Why is that?
Because they're...
Because whores wear high heels.
Yeah, that's basically what they're...
That's what they're gunning for there.
Well, no, that's what they're not going to explain that part of it.
And now we're back once again with Dr. Isidore Rosenfeld, and a pretty surprising story. It seems there may be a link between high heel shoes and, get this, urinary tract infections.
You know, women have more chronic and repeated urinary tract infections than men. And some of it may be due to the anatomy in the pelvic area. But there is this theory that women who wear high-heeled shoes tilt their body forward.
Oh, my God. Stop it.
Women are like shot glasses? the liquid's coagulating in one part of their body. What does that mean?
They tilt their bodies forward.
And that causes what?
I'm not buying this.
Oh, basically, whores wear the F-me pumps.
Higher the heel.
That's what we're getting at here, right, ladies?
Bigger the whore.
Oh, man. Tilt their body forward and change the angle of the spine so that the nerves coming out of the spine and going to the bladder are affected.
Stop it.
And that this interferes with normal urination.
That would be great if this guy is just a truck driver.
He has no clue. You know, he's right, though. Women that wear high heels do tilt their body forward at a 90-degree angle over the table.
As he's explaining this, they pan down and he's just rifling through prostitute driver's licenses with blood on them. He has in his glove compartment. I do experiments on the living.
You know, they call these trophies. A necklace, a little locket.
Without anesthesia. Ah, she yelled loud. Creep this guy is. What a ghoul.
Tilt the butt. Shut up.
Stop.
And that this interferes with normal urination and sets up a vulnerability to repeated urinary tract infections. So for the women who are listening who have chronic urinary tract infections, look in your closet and see whether you wear a lot of these high-heeled shoes.
Look in your closet?
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Maybe look into your dating habits. Look in your closet.
Look in your closet if there's men in there hiding from other men.
There's some broad that's knocking down 3 or 4 guys a weekend, and she goes, "Oh, I found the problem. Got to throw out some high heel shoes."
If there's skeletons in that closet and none of them have condoms, you might want.
Wear a lot of these high-heeled shoes. It might be a good idea to lay off for a while and wear the flat shoes or low-heeled shoes, because this apparently is a mechanism for inducing urinary tract infection.
You know,
as I say, it changes the posture, affects the nerves that supply the bladder.
You know, there's a way to find this out. Give a woman clogs where the front is raised up, and if she gets hemorrhoids, you know, it's got to have something to do with
it. Funny. Can we try something here? I don't know if it'll work, but when the expert's talking about shoes, let's as a show substitute a word there.
Okay. Oh, it's like Mad Libs.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
think it could be a lot funnier. So instead of shoes, I wonder if we could bleep it. Will they allow it if we bleep shoes?
How about?
Yeah, but can we do it real fast?
Sure. Oh, that is fast. Wow. With this staff, in no time, I said.
No, I'm thinking if we bleep the word shoes,
it might sound.
We're going to learn all about urinary infections.
I gotcha. All right, give it a try.
We'll give it a shot real fast.
Blind bit. It's called blind bit. Just do it, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, he's going to get it done in about a minute.
That's amazing.
And sneak a few bleeps in there to help my cause.
You know, I know.
There goes Dan.
I know it's a hack bit, but there is some weird thing with women and their shoes. I don't think I've ever been with a girl or known a girl that just isn't obsessed with shoes. Is your girlfriend, Jimmy?
More so than I am, but I know why that is.
Why is it?
It's because women are so sick of guys. Women want to believe that there's something on them you look at other than their breasts or their ass. They want to convince themselves, like, look, more shoes, my feet.
The only guys that I've ever seen, and I've seen this, that recognize women's shoes are usually gay guys. They notice how a girl is dressed and all the niceties about them, and they notice and go, oh, those are nice shoes. And then the joke in a lot of sitcoms and stuff is that if a guy notices your shoes, that he's gay.
Right. But I've heard that girls do the shoe thing for other girls.
Yeah, it's totally for other girls.
Not because they want to sleep with other girls, but because, they're trying to
impress.
Yeah. It's plumage.
It's plumage. They're parading around with their plumage out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've seen shoes that look great, but it's not one of those things that I notice first. I'll tell you that. Jimmy's right. You do kind of look at other things. Even eyes. I'd be more apt to look at a girl's eyes first than her shoes,
I wouldn't notice if she had eyes like Schwarzenegger in the original Terminator. One gouged out, I wouldn't notice, dude.
You don't notice eyes on a girl?
Not unless they're looking up at me when I'm trying to think of somebody else. And I'm like, just stop wrecking my vibe here. Just close those. Close your peepers, Toots.
Eyes are pretty,
you look at your girl's eyes?
Important.
I believe they're brown.
Oh. I believe they're brown.
I'll look at them if we're talking, if I'm lying to her, and I have to, if I want to convince her, I'll look right in them and just go, look, I'm making eye contact. If this is the truth.
If you look
don't
like
think
that
of other girls.
Big wide-eyed stare, you creep.
Yeah.
Just trying to stare out like a staring contest.
Wow.
They're brown, I think.
Can I point out, incidentally, that Michael Imperioli wanted to get him on the show from The Sopranos?
Yeah.
And he would only come on if he could play with his band.
Yeah.
And yet he's on the CW just sitting down doing a nice interview. So why?
With the traffic chick.
Yeah, exactly.
It don't make sense.
No, it certainly doesn't.
It don't make sense.
And I'll be at the Stress Factory this Thursday through Sunday if you're in town.
All right.
If you're not, then don't come.
Is it almost done?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Huh?
It's cooking.
Yes.
It's like a fine cake or a souffle.
All right.
Has to cook, or it'll collapse.
Filler.
All right, I'll fill.
Stretch it.
Wow, here's the most unusual story of the day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, the FBI is looking for a bank robber who got the cash without even showing up at a Minnesota bank. Investigators say the man called the bank, telling them that a package was coming. Then a delivery man showed up with flowers and a box. The suspect called back saying the box was a bomb and told them to bring a bag full of money. to a limo waiting outside. The driver had been told to pick up a young man for his prom, but was then redirected to the bank.
I'm thinking it's a clothes that this older brother is going to get changed into. So I didn't know that was a whole bag full of cash.
The driver then followed the suspect's instructions to drop the bag off at a nearby fire station. He picked up the bag and got away.
How about that?
Brilliant.
That is brilliant. Absolutely. The guy robbed the bank without even being there, had other people that didn't even know what the hell they were doing involved.
How stupid is the limo driver, and how stupid is the flower guy?
Flower guy, idiot. Bank, stupid. Wouldn't you call the authorities and say, hey, a package is on the way? You're going to be receiving a package. Doesn't that just happen at a bank? Any business?
There's a limo outside.
There's a limo outside. And then, they tell they drop it off at the limo. The limo takes off, drops the bag off at a firehouse. And the guy just walks away with it.
Didn't the limo driver wonder why there's supposed to be a man getting in my car, but instead it's just a bag?
Yeah, stop at a bank, pick up a bag, and then drop it off somewhere, and you'll never see a person.
Ignore the red lights. Just go. Go.
Where's the bit?
Inside job?
No.
Nope.
You think the limo driver's involved?
Was the flower guy involved?
I saw flower guy?
I saw limo guy on TV. No way.
Yeah.
The flower guy was acting menacing. He was holding up flowers. He goes, who ordered these flowers, see?
It's curtains for you, see? Hey, who brought that in?
Well, Dance Danny, of course.
I knew. I didn't even have to look. I heard the music.
All right, so back to the urinary. High heels linked to urinary tract infections.
Mm-hmm.
Had the expert talking about this, which is completely insane. So now we bleeped out every reference to shoes.
Shoes.
You imagine what's in the bleep, and I think this would be a little more accurate.
As to what causes urinary tract infections.
Right.
Right?
And now we're back once again with Dr. Isidore Rosenfeld, and a pretty surprising story. It seems there may be a link between and, get this, urinary tract infections.
Oh, okay. Might have something here.
So far, so
Got
good.
the line in the water and already getting a bite.
Urinary tract infections.
You know, women have more chronic and repeated urinary tract infections than men. And some of it may be due to the anatomy in the pelvic area. But there is this theory that women who wear tilt their body forward and change the angle of the spine so that the nerves coming out of the spine and going to the bladder are affected, and that this interferes with normal urination and sets up a vulnerability to repeated urinary tract infections. So for the women who are listening who have chronic urinary tract infections, look in your closet and see whether you wear a lot of these. It might be a good idea to lay off for a while.
Take out wear.
The flesh
doesn't work. Why would you do that?
Because this apparently
beep the wear also.
And here's where they should have
beep the beep.
They should have beeped when he goes the nerve endings coming out of your spine going to your boop. Is where it should have been.
That should be beeped. And wear, like so women that wear beep. It's got
to. Yeah, the wear. I want somebody fired.
Yeah, someone's got to pay for that now.
We're going to redo it for tomorrow, but
sorry.
This is how it ends.
Wear a lot of these. It might
beep
be
a lot of these beep.
To lay off for a while and wear the flat or low, because this apparently is a mechanism for inducing urinary tract infection. As I say, it changes the posture, affects the nerves that supply the bladder.
Good idea, poorly executed.
Oh, yeah. You know, you want something done right, just don't do it and forget about it.
Cut your losses. We won't do that tomorrow. We'll admit it. It almost worked.
Yeah.
That's an almost. All right, we got to get out of here.
There are harsh allegations against a Tennessee Highway Patrol officer. Allegations that the trooper, while on duty, pulled over a Knoxville woman who works in pornography, found out she had drugs in her car, disposed of her drugs, engaged in a sexual act with her, then let her go. The incident started as a routine traffic...
I'm a little confused by this story. If this all went on, what was in it for her to, like, tattle on the cop?
Exactly.
Oh, she told?
I don't know. How else?
How else? He's
How
not
do you
going to tell on
recognize
himself.
Wait, let's start this over again, okay? Do you know Danny?
Yeah. Oh, Danny's coming in.
Hello, Danny.
Wait, will the story reveal it, though?
Dancing in.
I think so. Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
You might as well listen to the next track. I think it comes in.
Could you leave the studio so your music stops so we could hear the story? There he goes. Dance,
Oh, look at him.
on YouTube.
He runs dances.
He ain't running out of the studio. He's dancing out of the studio.
All right, why don't we start over? So you got a girl. She's in porn. She gets pulled over. She's got drugs. She's all over the road. And the cop helps her out, basically.
Yeah.
He needs a little something. She needs a little something. They make a little agreement.
It's a barter.
I have no problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how the cop got in trouble.
There are harsh allegations against a Tennessee Highway Patrol officer, allegations that the trooper, while on duty, pulled over a Knoxville woman who works in pornography, found out she had drugs in her car, disposed of her drugs, engaged in a sexual act with her, then let her go. The incident started as a routine traffic stop in Wilson County at the intersection of Highway 840 and Interstate 40 in the early morning hours on May 7th. The woman who calls herself Barbie Cummings wrote in her online...
Stupid news people.
Don't you get it? That's her porno name. Silly goose.
Barbie Cummings.
Maybe the cop screwed up and wrote it like in his record book. All right, had sex with porn star. Don't.
Oh! Barbara Cummings.
Barbie Cummings.
Barbie, sorry.
Yeah.
Barbie Cummings.
I wonder what her real name is, how unsexy her real name is. Probably Matilda Hep.
Just some awful name.
At the intersection of Highway 840 and Interstate 40 in the early morning hours on May 7th. The woman who calls herself Barbie Cummings wrote in her online blog that she had been drinking and had liquor and drugs in her car. On her blog, Barbie says the trooper warned her of the punishment for a drug offense, which leads them to a conversation about her frequent trips to Los Angeles. I tell him I make dirty movies, she writes. He reportedly says he wishes he had gotten into that industry. Barbie writes that the trooper pulled up her website on his laptop computer and watched some of her movies online. She writes that the two engaged in a sexual act. She says he took pictures and a video of the incident. Moss's co-worker told THP about the incident. The department says the allegations include possible violations of departmental policies and possible criminal violations while on duty. Starting last Friday, the Tennessee Department of Safety placed Trooper Moss on administrative leave with pay pending an internal investigation.
Oof.
So she bragged about what happened on her blog?
On a blog.
What a jerk.
Another blog gets someone in trouble. Blogs.
Hello to the bloggers.
Blog. Hey, hi, bloggers. Blog.
What's going on with your blog today?
I hate bloggers.
Oh.
What the hell, man? So she wrote about it, now the guy's screwed. They made a little deal right on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And then she's bragging about it?
Yeah. Well, she got out of a big arrest.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you brag about it?
Yeah. Barbie Cummings watched her movies on his laptop. How great is that?
Watched the movie, took videos.
That's how every problem should be solved. Why tie up the courts?
E-Rock. Why don't we have a picture of Barbie Cummings yet on our screens in front of us?
What are you looking at, Eric?
He's looking at Rotten Tomatoes. Who cares how much money Shrek 3 made over the weekend?
Oh
Why are we
God.
looking at Shrek 3?
All right, I'm looking at Barbie Cummings. Wow. Wow, look at this, Jimmy.
I wouldn't know.
Look, come here.
I can't see it because E-Rock's looking at Shrek 3.
She got a fat one.
Ooh.
Look at Barbie Cummings.
Tell me more.
Oh! Well, there's Barbie Cummings enjoying some, well, it looks like that should be the cop right there.
Wow.
As per the story. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Looks like footage from
That's good.
Looks like footage from an Oktoberfest celebration.
Well, yes, that could be this one here. This one looks,
whoa, hey!
She's,
there's something you don't see every day.
She's, well, she's a good girl.
Oh, Barbie.
All I can say is there's one photo, a war was fought over that.
Hello, Barbie.
Wow.
Can you go down? I need to see the end of this movie. Oh, all right. That's the ending. Wonderful. There you go.
She looks like Mary Carey a little bit. She's very pretty.
Little bit. She's, yeah, she ain't bad.
There's Barbie Cummings. She's a star today.
Barbie Cummings, not too shabby.
She likes to,
well, she's open to all possibilities.
She's a good ticket getter out. How do you say?
Getter outer of her.
Whoa, look at that.
Oh,
hey.
Jiminy Cricket. It's like she's playing a harmonica.
Somebody has to adjust the sepia in the color.
The sepia.
Is that the word or sepia?
Sepia tone.
Wow,
that's...
What's going on there, huh?
Well.
Yeah, well, and then she's got slut tattooed to the inside of her lip.
She does?
That's
my God.
Whoa, look at that. Hey,
no. Something tells me she would do well in Newark. The Newark Police Department, perhaps. Or
can I say that gentleman's in the right business? You don't need to go to college. God has given you that.
No.
Is there pine tar on that bed?
Wow, amazing, isn't it?
Wow, look at that.
Well, it seems like she's...
hey, there's something you don't see every day.
Does she only do this kind of porno?
I don't know.
What do you mean only this kind? I've seen 3 or 4 different kinds. What are you looking at?
I'm talking about a certain type of gentleman.
Oh, no. There's been a few different gentlemen.
Like, if you had to tell a girl's father she was doing porn, he would cry. And what could you possibly say she was doing that would make him cry harder?
And shoot himself in the head.
She's shooting what kind of movies?
Wow.
Oh, boy.
That's amazing.
It certainly is.
That is why does she have a moray eel in her mouth and it's not even cooked?
Why do you need reading glasses to do that? All right, I don't get that.
I think those are acting more as welder goggles to protect the eyes.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
There's old Barbie Cummings.
The poor girl, look at that. She's pulling her glasses off, and apparently she fell face first into the rice pudding. That poor gal.
She must have been all woozy. Yeah, we see that. Keep going, Iraq.
Poor gal.
The bit's working. Help us out here. A little picnic basket.
God.
Wow.
Whoa, hey.
Uh-oh. Oh, my
I
God.
did just see a gentleman, and that was my reaction. Wow.
That could cause a problem.
That's not right.
Oh, flexible, too. Very
yes,
nice.
she certainly is.
There's a picture of her putting her, she's sitting there with a jumpsuit on, putting her leg over her head to show her flexibility.
She's a good egg.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of her squatting, doing nothing, just in an alley.
Oh,
hey, Chip from Connecticut makes a very good point. Chip in Connecticut, what's up?
Hey, it kind of surprises me, or not really, that all these people in the news and everybody, nobody's pointing out who's actually reading this porn star's blog.
Yeah, who would actually read a porn star's blog?
Is this his supervisor, the police chief reading through this?
Yeah.
We got to do something about this guy, or is this just average Joe dork out there reading it? Saying,
and then why is he turning in the cop?
Yeah. Call me crazy, but if you're on a website and there's a naked woman doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and there's also words.
Yeah.
I'm not reading the words.
Wow, hold on. Stop right there, Hawk. I've got
good observation, Chip. What do you got, Kenny? Kenny's got something on this story.
Oh. I'll tell you how it probably happened. The cop probably bragged to one of his friends. It got around the precinct, and somebody that didn't like him, they read the block because they wanted to check the chick out just like you guys were, and they ratted the guy out.
Because she probably just said a cop. She probably didn't even say a trooper, or she probably didn't give his name. You're right.
Oh, Kenny. Can we substitute sex with somebody you pulled over with a stand-up comedy act in that situation you just mentioned?
Yeah. It's a nice profession.
Yeah, I hear.
What can
I hear.
Oh, we just destroyed the computers here, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
We're seeing some horrific things that are going to cause...
Oh, my God.
That are going to cause all sorts of viruses.
All our computers have AIDS right now.
Yeah.
They just all got the HEP.
If CBS is listening today, they might as well just throw all these computers away because there's going to be nothing but pop-ups and all sorts of viruses.
She has 2 friends.
Well,
She's making friends. She's a nice girl, Ope.
Well, yeah.
2 friends.
What can you say about those friends except, ow!
They should have driven a golden spike in her back from the looks of the size of the...
Oh, wow.
What? Come on, it's like 2 locomotives.
I got you.
It's an old 1800s train joke. Oops, I couldn't even get my crash right.
Look at that. Look, what dexterity this gal has. Oof. I love porn.
Porn could stop a radio
I tell you
show.
one thing, this type of...
Oh, no. This isn't going to have a good
He's
ending.
encouraging two people at once. That's a good person.
This can't end good.
No.
I don't think this is going to end too good.
Here we go. What's
It's going to look like a Kennedy assassination.
Why did you flip that off, Eric?
What is wrong with you, Eric?
E-Rock.
That's a sample. That's what they do to get you hooked. I tell you. We weigh E-Rock next. It's the Opie.
Oh, that reminds me. E-Rock, are you eating your vanilla yogurt? The clip just reminded me.
I picked the wrong day to eat non-fat yogurt.
Well, that's all right. We'll just throw it on your face.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. We're going to weigh you next. I think it's weigh day, right?
It is.
All right, we'll explain the E-Rock bet next. It's Opie and Anthony. Go ahead.
I've been watching a lot of interracial porn.
Have you?
Yeah, and that was never something I watched, because for me to enjoy porn, I have to feel like I could be the guy in the movie.
You got to relate.
Yeah.
You need some kind of relatability.
Right, and I can kind of delude myself into thinking I could be that guy. You know what I mean? If there was a funhouse mirror involved. And so I've been watching these videos. There's this one site where you go to and you can just watch clips of porns. Like you don't have to actually buy the movie, just watch clips.
Of course.
Or sit through the storyline.
That's the beauty. Dude, it's amazing. It's going to wipe out DVD sales.
It's going to wipe out your computer also, because I'm sure it's just dumping all kinds of good stuff on it.
That's a legitimate site. Although my computer is having major problems right now.
Yeah, you know something, Jim? Let me tell you something. Porn sites are amongst the worst sites you can go to with your computer.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't mean for, pleasurable experience. They're the best sites. Right. But as far as dumping viruses and spyware and everything, especially the free ones like that, forget about it. What is it? You pay?
Oh, you pay you put your credit card down, you pay for say...
You put your what down?
No.
You what?
Did you put your... You're going to be like that old guy that you read about at the beginning of the show. Jimmy Norton gets bilked by porn site.
That's why I felt sorry for the old codger. It's happening to him slowly.
The old guy's more relatable than the guys in the porn movies.
Right.
What happened?
You actually put a credit card down?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Because
I don't even do online banking yet.
I'll do that. I'll buy stuff online. I'll do everything like that. But porn sites?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I do.
That's a leap of faith right there.
I have one credit card that I use for that stuff. And
just for that.
I'm very careful with it so I can look every month and see my bills.
What is it, the Citibank filth card? You get mileage.
But instead of frequent flyer miles, you get tokens.
Yeah, or they figure it out in inches that you've watched.
I've watched 4,800 miles. What you do is you put it down and you get viewing minutes, but it's actually pretty inexpensive. I mean, I have hundreds of minutes left for $60. It's really pretty reasonable. And you can go, and there's thousands of movies. You can choose categories, fetish, anything you want.
Ooh.
And I've been watching lately cuckold movies, which is basically when the female drop something. Good catch.
Ooh.
When the female will have sex with a guy in front of her spouse to kind of humiliate the spouse.
The spouse?
Well, the husband or the boyfriend or whatever. And a lot of times it's with a black guy, because I guess that's the most taboo thing. I'll watch it with cuckold white guy, too. I could care less. But the thing that turns me on about it is the girls are so dirty. It's to see that, as she's taunting her boyfriend or husband while she's with this guy.
And is the guy
yeah, hold on. I got a question. Okay. Yeah.
Is the guy... acting?
Thank you.
Is he sitting in the corner kind of watching and all sad and
Are these real videos or are they fake pornos? Are they a real couple?
At times they are. It depends on where you go. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I think if they're ones that are produced by a company who solely does that, then I think that they're probably actors and couples both.
And what, does the guy got to act like?
In some cases.
Do the guys cry?
No.
That'd be hysterical. No.
And in other cases, the guys will just do what I would probably do, watching with my girlfriend.
Oh, taking care of business.
Yeah.
All alone.
I can't picture my girlfriend doing it like that. Doesn't turn me on. But I like the idea that a girl will be so dirty as to behave that way. I was like, why does this turn me on? Because interracial porn never turned me on before. Huh. It's just watching these filthy girls let that side of themselves out is really hot.
Wow.
Cuckolding.
Cuckolding. How do you know the word?
Yeah, how do you spell that?
Cuckold. It's cuckold. And I'm probably screwing up the real definition of it, but that's the fetish it's under.
And I'll show you the one that really turned me on. I'll give you the site off air.
Oh, can't wait for that.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful.
I'll show you the one that really turned me on. Woo! Set up a screening.
That's a tease.
Right. Tease.
Do they have a category where a guy and a girl just have sex?
Absolutely.
Because that seems to me to be good enough.
Everything, dude. They have. You can go to category. They have fetishes. They have women who are built like that. Women who enjoy the Stress Factory Thursdays through Sundays, Memorial Day weekend. Women who enjoy doing everything you can possibly have. They have tickling fetish, which I don't get.
No.
There's a lot of silliness.
Did you slip a plug in there? I didn't even. What went by so fast?
No, I wouldn't. No,
you wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hey, go get the scale. We got to weigh E-Rock today.
Whoa!
Beforehand, we got...
Of course, ready by a microphone. Well, you don't have to tell these guys twice to do that. For me to get a coffee on time, I have to beg for it. But if you want to weigh fatso, there's a scale and a microphone within 30 seconds.
Fatso.
No disrespect.
We got more on... Wait a minute. Breaking news. We got more on Barbie Cummings.
Oh.
Can you tell it's a slow news day?
How did that happen?
I mean, do you really want us talking about Carter beating up Bush, basically, verbally?
Yeah, who cares?
Saying he's saying he's the worst president ever. Whoa, real brave there. Finally coming out of the woodwork.
Well, ex-presidents are supposed to, be mellow.
He pretty much just waited for the entire country to say it, and then he's like, I guess it's safe now to say this.
He was bashing, though, a while back, and they were saying, sitting presidents aren't supposed to be bashed by ex-presidents, and it's kind of not the protocol. And because I think Clinton had said something about Bush, and then now Carter's just ripping him apart.
Yeah, let him. You know what? Why should he be polite? He doesn't like what Bush is doing. Say it.
Yeah.
Carter's in his 80s. He did nothing but bring the Shah over here and plunge us in a war with Islam, so you might as well chit-chat about what Bush is doing. Stupid ass.
Chit-chat. You're better at hammering things, Mr. Carter. Hey, Bert from Philly. That's Opie's production company, Bloody Bunny Suit LLC. We got to do the bunny bit again. It's still my favorite bit of all time. And then there's a line from Liddy Rules that just can't be said, unfortunately, in the Steve voice. What are you doing in my effing... Well, no.
I beeped it.
Yeah, no? But no. It didn't need a beep, I don't think.
Yeah.
Porn husband.
I understand.
What are you doing in my effing...
Yeah.
Not house.
Exactly.
I
understand.
Okay.
Says you're a cuckold is any husband that's being cheated on. I don't think I agree with that.
Any husband that's being cheated on and is aware of it or not aware of it?
Yeah, that's not the fetish. The fetish is men who are being made aware of it by the woman.
Yeah. Because it's happening right in front of them.
Let's take your cuckold stories, 1-866-313-FREE. Do you have a cuckold story for us today? Here's more on Barbie Cummings telling the story in her own words. Everyone up to speed on this again?
Yes.
Hopefully you don't turn the channel when the commercials hit, right? You support the sponsors.
Of course.
But basically, Trooper pulls over porn star. She's got drugs. She's driving erratically, and they make a little deal on the side of the highway, and there's a sex act that happens, and then boom, they're gone. That's it.
Yep.
And then she decides to write about it on her blog, and then the
gets back to brass.
Yeah, here we go. This is the story in her words. Barbie Cummings.
He pulls me over, and I was speeding 92 into 70, I guess that's what the ticket says. And we talked, and he searched my car, and there were narcotics in my car, and I'm openly admitting that.
Wait,
he proceeded to tell me.
Did she say that's what my ticket says?
He gave her I know. I was hit on that too. He gave her a ticket.
Wow. Too much teeth.
Right.
In my car, and I'm openly admitting that. He proceeded to tell me what the punishment would be for having narcotics in your car, which had it would have been a minimal punishment. It would have been like probation, but I wouldn't have been allowed to leave the state. And I broke down and started crying because I work out of state. I go to Los Angeles once a month, and so that's how the conversation got started. And then I advised him my job, and then he wanted to know what my job entailed, so I told him. And then he wanted to know the websites, so I told him. And he went to him himself.
From the computer in his car?
From the computer in his car. And he ended up throwing them out for me, not giving me a ticket for it. And I offered him a favor, I guess, as a nice gesture.
Oh.
The trooper actually used...
Party favor? What was that? What kind of favor?
He was checking out the website in his car? What, is he nuts?
I know, using the cruiser's computer.
Oh, wow.
That's,
He called me the night after it happened. He asked me, would it be okay if I told my coworkers and gave them your website?
That's what it was.
No.
You braggart.
No.
Oh, you think she's lying?
You're going to call the porn star up and go, I just have to ask you, is it okay if I tell all my friends? You're just telling your friends.
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to call her.
I think he was trying to hook his friends up, maybe.
Or to hook himself up again, but he didn't know what to call her and ask her.
That's true. Okay.
So he might
he came up with the
that conversation.
All right, I'm with
How
you.
smart is Kenny, though? What a cop.
Yep.
Kenny is a cop.
Yes.
Immediately knew departmental politics.
I'm just thinking, Kenny probably was in this situation back in the day and had no idea because he just...
He's just a dope.
Right.
I am in porno. Okay, you were going 92
right.
in a 70.
I think we can work this out.
Yeah, I'll write the ticket, you'll take it. No, I want to do you favors. Clean my garage.
Do you see anything you like?
You have a nice car. He just doesn't get that she's coming on to him.
Right. She's undoing her blouse and stuff.
Hey, he's a good cop.
He called me the night after it happened. He asked me, would it be okay if I told my coworkers and gave them your website? I said, sure, I don't care. I didn't do anything wrong. And so he did, and I'm making the assumption that someone told on him. It's a pretty good assumption. I thought it would be a good blog story. My fans would love it. And they read my blog. And they did.
And you still got a ticket?
Still got a ticket.
All right. And you going to be in court next month on the ticket?
I'll be in court 29th. I'll be there with my proof of registration, proof of insurance, etc.
Will he be there?
I don't know.
Wait, but I thought she didn't get the ticket.
I know, I thought she ripped up.
I'm really confused.
Ripped up the ticket. Maybe ripped up the speeding ticket and gave her tickets for no Reggie and no insurance card, because that's what it sounded like. Proof of insurance. Yeah, because he probably had to justify the pullover. So it gives her a couple of tickets, like she didn't have proof of registration and insurance. Go to court. She takes care of the judge in his chambers. She's a good girl.
There's a lot going on in the world today, and we got breaking news. This is just amazing. Sit back and listen to this. You're not going to believe it.
All right, check out this number 2. That's actually number 1. I'm talking pencil, folks. It's the world's largest pencil. It arrived in my hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, yesterday. Ooh, joy. It weighs in at 22,000 pounds, and it's 76 feet long, and it costs $20,000 to make. The pencil is so big it had to be split in 2 for the trip from New York to the City Museum in St. Louis. Museum specialists now have the huge task of putting it back together. The man who made it says he has not yet made the world's largest sharpener to go along with it.
That's funny. That's funny.
It's a big pencil. How many things you got to write for that? Good golly.
Can you take the SATs with this?
Whoa, look at me. A big pencil.
Gonna need Teamsters just to take an SAT test, I think.
Oh, who's carrying that behind their ear? Oh, right. Pencil coming through, folks.
Enough with the big freaking blank records.
The non-story.
Stop. Well, they continued though.
My question would be why?
Yeah, there's somebody commissioned.
And knowing the folks in St. Louis, they probably looked at that and went, what?
I think it says happy birthday on the side of it, so maybe it was somebody. Happy birthday, what did it say? Happy birthday number 2, the pencil.
Oh.
Maybe it's
well, see, we missed an entire historic perspective.
Sorry.
On the birthday of the number 2 pencil.
We're guessing. Could be somebody else's birthday. All right, let's go over to Jill.
Yeah, please.
Hope that
oh, my God.
Pencil flies through their window and takes their eyes out. Okay, there I go.
Oh, boy.
Hey, I knew it was coming. What window? They're in a newsroom. Had your sis say it.
They're commenting on the pencil and how silly it is, but they're doing a story on it. Yeah. Probably and we're We're friendly with some people over there, but quite possibly the worst.
We're not friendly with anybody.
No?
We think the traffic girl has nice boobs.
She was very nice, Jill Nicolini.
Yeah, but we don't hang out with them or anything. We just admire her boobs like anyone else, although it looks like she's a little smaller today. What's that about?
Stripes. She's wearing stripes.
No, that TV is not in regular mode. Everything's being squished.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I noticed that the other day.
Including her
It's not
boobs.
fixed.
So anyway, what were you going to say? We have friends
Just
over there.
yeah, but it could be quite possibly the worst newscast in the whole country. They cover stories that no one cares about, and like the pencil, and then they'll goof on the fact that who cares about the pencil, but they're reporting on it.
Right.
I think the worst newscaster is New York One, that black guy who reads the news like he's dead. Today,
they're supposed to be kind of like NPR, I think. Where they're not supposed to get excited. They're just giving you the news.
It's all news.
Yeah, but there's one more thing we want to get in before we get out of here. We could talk about this again tomorrow. We're here every morning, so you guys call in anytime.
And he'll
if you
still
want to
be
talk
black
about this.
tomorrow.
The election's 10 years from now or something.
I don't know who's calling that doesn't have a name. Who are you, sir?
Hello, are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what do you got?
Hi, it's Brian from Kentucky. Hey, boys, there's a little story tidbit here for you. There's a guy who is paralyzed, as in the paper today, and his pit bull ate off 4 of his toes while he was sleeping.
Okay, now we're getting to the hard-hitting news that we should be addressing.
We got to end with the light side of the news here. This is the light side of the news.
What happened?
Well, I'll tell you.
Old jelly toes.
A man in his late 20s from this home to the hospital this morning after his friend tells us a pit bull puppy chewed 4 of his toes off.
Dexter.
The 5-month-old dog China went with animal control officers without any problems. A friend tells us Terry Smith owns the dog and that the puppy chewed all but the big toe off Smith's left foot. Smith's friend tells us Smith is paralyzed from the waist down and was in his bed. His friend had stayed the night and woke up to find Smith injured, but he still says China is a good dog.
I won't say the dog on camera. The dog's not a bad dog. It's just a puppy. It's that guy's pride and joy. I don't know what happened.
Just ate its toes.
I guess it was just playing and just kept playing.
Now, that puppy will be in quarantine at the Animal Control Center here in Lexington for 10 days, and we know that the owner likes the dog a lot, and his friend says he'll try to get it back.
They're going to kill this dog, man. This dog is so done.
If you're paralyzed below the waist, there's a lot worse things the dog could have eaten. Yes. Keep that dog out of the bathroom.
I guess it only wanted a snack.
He must have you ever see puppies play with chew toys?
Yes.
And they do that.
Keep going.
That side of the mouth thing. He must have just done that, had his little puppy paws wrapped around his foot, and he's just gnawing away on his toes as they're just snapping off.
That's hilarious.
And
it's that hysterical.
Spitting out nails.
You can't blame the dog. You can't blame the dog because that's probably exactly what he was doing. He got no reaction from the guy, so he's thinking, okay, I'm not doing anything wrong here, right?
Yummy, meaty.
Just gnawing away at his toes and snoring.
Meaty toe treat.
And you know that the toes probably smelled edible on some level because dogs, they'll eat anything. And the feet, if he's paralyzed, he probably doesn't wash his feet a whole lot.
It's a little stinky.
A little.
And the dog likes that.
Sausage-smelling feet.
Sausages.
The dog had probably been looking at them dangling stupidly off the chair for a while.
He's been eyeing those for days.
Like 2 hanging, taunting, 5-toed treats.
So for Black History Month, we're, anyone could talk about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and who else?
The guy,
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela.
The dude in Tiananmen Square that stood in front of the tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They get talked about a lot in February for Black History Month. So we want to look at other people.
Also famous heroes, but I think that not enough recognition.
There you go. From all walks of life. So this is the beginning of the bit. It's going to get tough because we challenge the guys in the office. Come up with one of these guys every day for the month of February. Here's the first one.
In honor of Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show is honoring black heroes, African-American individuals throughout history, without whom this country would not be the melting pot it is today. Today we honor Bub Rub, who installs Whistler tips to vehicles in a muffler shop in Oakland.
The whistles go woo when you want to woo woo.
It's that woo woo. You know what I'm saying?
Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's only in the morning. You supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock. Woo 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 woo.
Yes, Bub Rub, we say woo-woo to you, too.
Woo-woo!
Stay tuned for more icons of black history on the Opie and Anthony Show.
That's how we're,
Yeah, there's Bub Rub, man.
That's nice because it's recent black history, too.
Well, yeah. We should get the news story because it was great. The guy came up with a way to just make a lot of noise while you're driving your car.
Which is odd, because black cars are usually very quiet. Windows usually rolled up, soft music wafting out.
As a general rule, that's what I have noticed, too.
What is this thing, by the way? It's a whistle that goes into what? The exhaust? Or
This thing is, it's a little whistle thing.
Yeah,
a little round device. You shove it in the tailpipe, and when you hit the gas, it makes this high-pitched whistle that you just can't even deal with.
It's so stupid.
It's nothing more than to be obnoxious.
It's the dumbest thing.
It's horrid.
Here's the news report on it.
Nearly every muffler shop in Oakland is installing Whistler tips. It's a piece of metal welded inside the exhaust pipes that makes the car audible for almost a mile.
Almost a mile.
Tell me about the whistles.
The whistles go woo.
It sounds like
Of course they do.
When you want to woo woo, it's that woo woo. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the flows. They didn't trip off the flow masters.
That decoration, man. It's just for decoration. That's it. That's all, man.
Decoration? Decoration doesn't make a high-pitched squeal that you can hear a mile away. It's like a bomb is dropping.
Get ready. There's going to be one on Air Force One.
Oh, damn.
Be one on Air
no,
Force
you
One.
didn't. No, you did.
Yeah.
Gonna put Whistler tips on the motorcade.
Damn, you did.
And punt.
Of course you got a punt after that. You dope from Cleveland. Forgot your name already. And here's more from the story.
Roxanne Brunn says the high-pitched tone, like the squeal of a BART train that doesn't stop, is keeping her awake at night. Police have told her it is legal. Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's only in the morning. You supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock. Woo woo!
That guy's awesome.
You're supposed to be up.
Only in
really?
the morning.
Are you?
It's only in the morning.
That's only disturbing in the morning.
Yeah.
So I look forward to who we look at on Monday. This is going to be a good bit.
That's amazing.
We're thinking Sticks from Happy Days.
How is that not illegal, though?
I know.
That's crazy.
Because
sure it is.
first of all, it's like, but they said it isn't.
That's crazy.
It would make you stop at an intersection thinking maybe an emergency vehicle's coming.
Glass-packed mufflers are illegal.
Yeah.
What
are they called?
Loud.
Glass-packed, because they have fiberglass in them. The ones that are like crackly when you hear a car is going. They put them on a lot of mufflers. A lot of those. That's illegal.
Yeah.
That's illegal. It's called glass-packed. They're mufflers that were made badly with fiberglass, and people found out how loud they were, so then they started flying off the shelves.
Why do people want loud mufflers?
Because they get to make that noise when they drive around.
It's cool when you gas it, and then when you let off the gas, it sounds like the car's ready to explode.
Exactly.
See, I'm thinking like a guy who creeps around the corner, like trying to talk to girls in person.
Right,
you want it very
silent.
Very
you want
quiet.
To be quiet. You want fast automatic windows.
Yes.
You need an electric car. It just rolls away.
Scott from Haw Paw, great observation. The whistle tips, they're only loud in the morning. Does it get quiet in the afternoon, this thing?
Yes, they do.
There was a gun accident there, Anthony.
Oh,
This is a great story. Man says gun accidentally went off during sex, shooting wife in chest.
Oof. Oopsie.
And there's some other stuff in this story, right?
Whoops.
Yeah. Listen to this. Little accident going down.
Inside this home on East County Line Road, medics found Carolyn Havens with a gunshot wound on the upper part of her chest. Also in the home, her husband, Timothy Havens, and a gun laying beside their bed. Havens called 911 after the shooting, saying it was an accident.
Where was the gun laying beside the bed at, Tim? It was laying beside the bed. I picked it up and threw it off to the side. We were having sex and it went off.
The couple has had problems before. Court records indicate Havens served 60 days in jail for assaulting his wife and violating a protection order in October. The judge also ordered Havens to get anger management counseling.
Yeah, that sounds like a little fishy. He didn't sound that broken up.
No.
During that. What was that, a 911 call?
Sounds a bit relieved.
Yeah,
actually.
he was like, it sounded like, he spilled something or broke a vase.
Yeah, he spilled something.
I threw something to the side and the vase broke.
And they're currently in divorce proceedings, and he was not supposed to be in the house because there is an order of protection.
And they're having sex.
Yeah.
Were they actually having sex, or did he kind of throw that in there?
That's
Do
what
we
he
know yet?
claims. They were having sex, and he reached for something, and the gun went off.
That's, I guess I'm 40 and a half. That's the worst excuse I've ever heard.
That is awful.
Wow.
Obviously, he meant to shoot her. I mean, Jesus. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Maybe he took all his clothes off so there wouldn't be any of that, evidence on your clothing. And then,
and then said we were having sex.
Yeah. So they were having sex.
He was at the killer like Donnie Wahlberg, or was it which Donnie Wahlberg in the beginning of The Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Just naked and psychotic.
In the bathroom. Crying naked in the bathroom. All emaciated.
What a sick scene. What a sick scene. Hey, gonna change gears quickly here. Because they're selling strip the gears. We're definitely stripping the gears because this has nothing to do with Obama or The Shining.
No clutch.
Bras for men selling in Japan.
The bro, Jerry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld once pegged him as bros or manziers, but now a Japanese online lingerie.
Kramer did.
Well, Kramer had a different problem with bros.
Yeah. He wanted to call the bra something else.
Doesn't make sense, Kramer. Well, there's two of them. You should pluralize it, Jerry.
Yeah.
But now a Japanese online lingerie shop is proving that men can also wear bras. Since the shop launched its male line of bras 2 weeks ago, it has sold over 300 of the men's bras, quickly becoming the site's hottest selling male item. The company's executive director says she hopes the bras will help men become more caring once they understand how women feel.
Oh, shut up.
That is,
that's stupid.
That's some weird fetishy thing. That has nothing to do with,
300 freaks.
I got some boobs and I want to, support them. That is, freaks, guys who want to wear bras, but are maybe too scared to go in and buy a lady's bra.
Hell yeah.
Where is that, Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What guy's going?
Sense where you can go to a vending machine and buy used panties.
Yeah. I want to do a little experiment. One normal guy, call up right now and tell me you're gonna go buy a bra for your man boobs.
Oh,
hell no.
Japan, where the wedding dress is sold with a fishbowl. Glass coffee table.
They are just out of their minds in Japan.
Oh, guys are in the bathtub.
Yeah.
The old faithful.
Yeah, that's right. So that's a regional accent.
That's an easy one to mess up. All right, bras for guys. That's what's happening. There it is. Tub Girl. God, is that the greatest ever?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the greatest ever?
Tub Girl is a classic.
Yeah.
You know Gone with the Wind and Citizen Kane, how they're just classics as far as the cinema goes.
Sure.
When you look at the web and look at some of these pictures that just have longevity, they're classics the second you see them. Mm-hmm. I put Tub Girl in that category.
It's like looking at a Pablo Picasso.
Oh, it certainly is.
And it's a Japanese sitting tub, it's called, I believe. If you look at how small that tub is.
What the hell is a sitting tub?
There's, or I think it's called
You sure it's sitting and you're not leaving something out?
Is it a sitting or it's a Japanese tub? It's almost like a tube that you sit in. It's a really great idea because you could sit and the water goes up to your neck, but it's not long like a bathtub. It's like sitting in a giant.
What if you're gonna take a bath? You want to like stretch your legs out.
There's no room in
soaking
Japan.
Tub, Japanese soaking tub.
You got no room over there.
So they have to bathe
Backed up
like
in little
that?
apartments. It's nice and small.
I'd love. My ex-girlfriend's father had a Japanese soaking tub in his house, and I would love to get in one of those. It just seemed because a regular tub
I
you
would
kind of
hate
float, but it gets sucky after a short period of time. Because who wants to lay back? I like to sit up in a chair.
You want to continue? You want to continue with your quiz?
I didn't know it was Anthony Quiz Day, but of course.
Jimmy, you want in on the quiz?
I love quizzes, Opie.
All right.
It's legendary how much I love quizzes.
All right, and you got to raise your hand if you know the answer ahead of time. I don't want cheaters today.
All right.
I know you have your pal talk pals that help you out at every turn, but not today.
No,
not today.
I'm not looking for that.
All right, don't look at instant feedback. Nothing.
Yes, you can. You can come
11-year-old Jiffy, a border collie dog, can crawl but is too heavy to walk, and the extra 50 pounds he's carrying nearly cost him his life.
Do I have to ask the question?
What is it he's carrying?
No, like, why did it, nearly cost him his life?
Because he's fat? It's a fat dog?
Mm-hmm. Well, how did the fat get in the way?
Of the dog?
This is a high-level question, by the way.
Rolled over on his back and couldn't turn over?
I don't even get this, though. I'm not getting enough information.
You got a dog, 50 pounds overweight, nearly cost him his life. Not every question is going to be an easy one.
Heart disease.
That's your answer, heart disease?
I have no clue. Can't go to the bathroom?
Mm-hmm. Fat dog was trying to cross the street and a glacier almost hit him.
I love exaggerated humor. Did I ever tell you?
Sure.
I'm a big fan of the exaggerated humor. But that's not possible, Jimmy.
Wow.
Boy. This is going to be a hard one. I understand.
Collie.
Yeah.
And it was fat.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have cost him his life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he couldn't get his head up to the bowl to eat? No.
They cost him his life. Locks of his hair are still frozen on the sidewalk in front of his house, where he got stuck for more than 12 hours.
You stupid fat dog.
His belly's rubbing up along the sidewalk, and his belly froze to the sidewalk.
Froze to the sidewalk.
Because he was too fat.
Fat dumb dog.
House, where he got stuck for more than 12 hours.
It is very disturbing to see a dog that overweight and then to actually come up and see the dog frozen to the sidewalk was very, very traumatic for me. I've never seen a dog actually frozen to a sidewalk before.
No one has.
Animal care providers had to use warm water.
No one's ever seen that anywhere in the world.
No.
It's never happened.
Ever.
Well, last time I saw a fat dog stuck to the sidewalk, I felt just as bad.
Yeah.
She acts like it was something we were all talking about at one point. I've never seen the skydiving dogs, and apparently here they are.
Animal care providers had to use warm water to gently pry the dog free, and Jiffy's owner, a 59-year-old woman, was taken into custody on suspicion of animal neglect.
Of course, you dunce.
Yeah. Thomas Overbeck from Dallas writes, did the dog break his knee and ask someone to hold his paw? Man.
Oh.
Did you see the dog laying out there?
Yes, I did. I tried to help her with it on Friday night, but I got bit by it, so I left it alone. She had other people coming to help, and everybody did make an effort.
Was hungry, all frozen there to the sidewalk.
Other people coming to help, and everybody did make an effort. It's not that it was total neglect on her fault. The
owner tells police she did make frequent trips outside to check on the dog, but folks here at the Sheboygan County Humane Society suggest the dog was abused long before he was frozen.
But you can overfeed a dog, and when you do, that's what happens. The dog becomes extremely overweight. It cannot move properly. It puts a strain on all of their organs. It's just not healthy. It's abuse. That's plain and simple.
Yes, and apparently it just wrote an article in its magazine about how much trouble it's having with the weight. I feel the same about those two.
Exactly. That's a fun little human interest story, right?
That's one of these, thank God that woman, well, I don't know if she has children, I doubt it, but it's one of those women that would just do that to her kids.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Munchausen syndrome by proxy or whatever it is.
I'm tasting peanut butter.
What?
Yeah.
After a dog story?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, well... You should have waited before I said this. I'm tasting peanut butter, and I haven't eaten peanut butter in the last couple of days.
You're having a stroke?
I smell oranges.
Smell burning hair.
All right, let's play this.
Yeah.
A Christchurch mother says she was left bewildered after her son bought a bag of lollies from a local dairy with 3 penis-shaped sweets inside. She says among the snakes and milk bottles were lollies that were really only suitable for a hen's night. Juanita Copeland has more.
7-year-old Tyson Vincent thought he was pretty lucky to be allowed a lolly mixture from the local dairy last night. As he worked his way through them, his mum and dad noticed his mixture should have had an R18 rating.
I just look over and I just see my son putting a penis lolly into his mouth. He said to me, he's like, Mummy, is that a penis? Is that a daddy part? And I was like, yes.
A daddy part.
There were 3 of the penis-shaped lollies in the $1 mixture.
Where are we going?
At first we sort of laughed it off a bit, but it was afterwards I was thinking, this is a bit disgusting. This is in my child's lollies. Like, the dairy owner should be more aware of that.
Yeah,
they bought 5 more mixtures and found 3 more of the offending sweets. 3 News also bought some bags from the dairy. Out of 8 $2.50 mixtures, we found 2 more penis lollies.
And 1 cunt.
Wondering if perhaps we'd overreacted, we asked Christchurch people what they thought the sweets resembled.
We've sort of come to the conclusion it has a certain penis sort of look about it. A diddle.
Penis. Yeah, penis. Yeah.
Jesus,
not quite
rules down there.
The owner of the dairy says he had no idea the
They got chinks down there?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's over there.
Oh, my God. Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, God, look at his haircut.
That'll save you from fucking being fired.
Where are we going? He has the classic Mo haircut.
Oh,
that
God.
is the Mo Howard he is wearing.
They got chinks down there.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Oh, God.
It's okay if you say where are we going.
Oh, come on now. Why was 6 of them afraid of 7 there, Anthony? Because 7, 8, 9. Where we going?
Oh, where we going? You're getting it down. Oh, are you getting this one down?
Back to the story.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Back to the story.
Yeah, let's hear
It's
the
about 30
end
seconds
of this.
left here.
At the
The owner of the dairy says he had no idea the lollies were in the mixtures and removed them immediately.
So this lolly nearly gone, no?
Right, and
Yeah.
do you make up the bags of lollies?
Yeah, mix the lollies make by myself.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you didn't notice these when you did it?
Yeah, I don't know, sorry for that.
He says he buys his lollies from several different importers and isn't sure who sold him the jelly genitalia.
Jelly genitalia. I know.
What is this supposed to be?
It's lollies that are shaped like penises.
They're not. What are they supposed to look like?
I know. They're supposed to be penises.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be penises.
I think
they just got them wholesale.
Yeah.
You know, so they,
What?
he's just making bags of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
Oh, okay. And it's this guy that's making them?
Yeah, he just puts them
fuck,
together.
is that
I
great.
know. He just imports them probably from China, and they're fucking.
Yeah, see that
just a
bag of
big
candy?
vat.
Just a big mix of all kinds of shit. That's why the English teeth are fucking rotten out of their heads.
Those aren't English. They're New Zealand.
Wherever the fuck they are.
Yeah, Kiwis.
That's my
Get out.
favorite movie ever.
Yeah, Kiwi.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
You know, tell you that, man.
I think we're blowing up. There's so many where are we going coming.
Once for warriors.
Where else could you put your apprentice?
Oh, goddamn. You know what? Let me tell you something. Why did the Mexican throw his wife off a bridge? Tequila. Yeah, where we going? Yes, come on now. Tequila. You get it? Tequila. Because they speak with a little accent. Ooh, I don't like accents too much. Where we going?
Another one shaped like a bunghole. One shaped like a tit. And another tasty one shaped like a cunt.
What was the other? What they call him? A ding? What they call
a ding? Yeah, something. I like. There's a ditty parts. Ditty parts.
Ditty.
Yeah. Sometimes Mummy puts her ditty parts in her mouth. Yeah, I know.
Is it? It's not the same thing as Australia.
A lolly full of cream filling. Yeah. Hey. Good day. I don't know. It's kind of similar to Australian, but a little different. I don't know. I can't really do it.
We're going to Kentucky. We got Bob the repairman on the line. Bob.
Hello?
Bobby.
Bob the repairman?
Yeah, what's up, Bob?
Hey, this is Bob the Repairman down here in Kentucky way.
Yeah?
I got the joke, hey, what's green and sits on your front porch?
Oh no! Look,
why does it always have to go in this direction?
He's my nigger, and I'll paint him any color I want.
Where we going? We're going up the unemployment line.
Exactly.
You fucking asshole.
Why can't we just keep it clever?
They
for once?
always have to go there. Come on. God.
Yeah, it's like a CB radio sometimes.
Oh, someone's saying that was a Gummy lighthouse? And maybe those two balls with the rocks on the bottom?
Yeah.
Like boulders?
Yeah.
Two big boulders and a lighthouse?
It just lost, the light fell off and it turned into the tip of a cock.
Turned into a helmet. Oh, there we go.
Oh, they're sold in Gummy lighthouses.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Gummy lighthouse?
Detroit. All right.
How come they were kind of curved, though?
You should have brought those to your party last night and threw them out into the crowd.
Yeah. They would have loved it. Woohoo.
Did you guys get a gummy tank?
They have plenty of real ones. They didn't care. Is that a Gummy lighthouse?
Yeah, these are the Gummy. They do look like dicks, but they have a picture in that piece, and it doesn't look like that. But that does definitely look like dicks.
Yeah, but if can I just say that's the original Gummy lighthouse, and then the ones he got was from China.
Knockoff.
So they're knockoff Gummy dick lighthouse. That's what happens.
But the Gummy lighthouse is a sideways dick.
Yeah.
The lollies
was three-dimensional.
But that looks more like a cock than the other one.
Yeah, that looks like a half-hard dick.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a dick from the side. The other one was a dick from the top looking down.
Yeah, exactly.
This was a side cock view.
Hey, which way is my best profile?
Yeah, that's the other one is a three-dimensional dick, which you could look at from any angle.
This has one ball because you're looking at it from the side. The other one had two balls.
Yeah, that's a drawing of a dick.
We got a 9-year-old ghetto youth.
Ghetto youth?
Accidentally sent a vulgar picture.
What?
He's doing a little fucking texting, and he got a little pic.
To who?
Well, I don't want to give it all away.
All right.
Where are we going?
All right.
If you have a triangle and you put a line through the middle, would it be congruent to the other side?
Tajee Davis is at the top of his third-grade class.
I'm the most advanced in my class.
But he's not advanced enough to see the text messages being sent to his cell phone.
And I was like, what is this? And I was like, what? So I ran in the house, I showed my mama.
I said, well, let me see what the text is, and I'm going like, wow.
Someone sent Tajee a picture of adults performing oral sex on a couch.
That was just too old for me. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Where are we going?
Oh, shit. So he got a picture of... Wait, he received a text?
Oh, yeah.
With a picture of two guys blowing each other?
On a couch.
On a couch.
Where are we going?
Tajee says he texted the number back, told the man he was only 9 years old, but the man texted again. So his mother and grandmother called the number back and threatened to call the sheriff's office.
He said, do what you got to do.
They say the man called back later, told him he was only trying to sell the couch in the picture.
What an excuse. Yes! I'm just trying to sell the couch. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
That didn't work.
Well,
I'm sure it didn't work with the cops. Where are we going? Where are we going? To prison, motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, God.
I gotta hear that again. Fucking brilliant.
But maybe it's a special blowing couch.
Yeah.
Mother and grandmother called the number back and threatened to call the sheriff's office.
He said, do what you got to do.
They say the man called back later, told him he was only trying to sell the couch in the picture.
It's puzzling, and it belittles me to see, that you can sit there and this is the only picture that you can find to send somebody advertising a couch. Now, he was desperate for a sale if he was going to do that.
The family says they gave Tajee a cell phone so he and his sister could check in with the family before and after school.
It's a security blanket.
Now they feel their security has been breached and they're not sure what to do.
Do you keep the phone or do you take the phone?
The Lee County Sheriff's Office is investigating, and Tajee's grandmother wants justice.
People make a mistake, and I don't feel like it was a mistake.
Wow, is that great?
Wow, man.
Fucking great.
To sell the couch. Maybe you could take a picture of it when two men aren't blowing each other on it.
One of the greatest pictures ever. Thank you. I haven't seen this in a while. The teapot.
The eBay
you ever see this one?
Teapot. Yeah, that's he's selling a tea kettle.
You think this is real?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's real.
It looks good. The reflection in it, because it's chrome, is a completely naked fat man taking a picture of his teapot, and his reflection is in there, so you see him all naked.
Well, listen, we gotta sell some junk for Valentine's Day, so we gotta take a break.
You sure? Maybe it's the Borgata.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Might be. One in a million shot.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
We're gonna take quick break.
Oh, cool. We'll take a quick break, but before we go, I just want to ask you one question now.
Yes, Billy the Bass Man.
What do you call a fat broad with breast cancer?
Jesus, Bobby.
Voluptuous. Where we going? Now let's take a break on that one.
Voluptuous?
Voluptuous. There's a lump, goddammit. There's a lump in her tit, and she's fat. Where we going? Where we going? Where we going?
Jesus. Oh, gee. That is terrible. The sensitivity training, hopefully. You fucking ogre.
Come on, we're all going to the same place. Where we going?